You should pop it up.
There it is. It says live.
Okay. Reset my own.
So that's the first time you've done that, Jim, isn't it? Where you've done the schedule.
Yeah.
I know, Lloyd, you do that every week, don't you?
Every week. Well, I forgot a week ago. And we are live, folks.
We are. Yes, we are.
Yes.
Pop out chat.
I
Okay.
did that.
I've got it.
Live
And
chat.
there we go. We got
There
Jody.
we are.
I'm hearing some.
Danny's here. See Dan, Jody, how you doing?
Yeah, it's Ron's high dollar microphone.
Yeah, this thing must be super. Hold on. Let me see if I have to readjust it each time. Automatically adjust mic volume. I'm gonna hit the auto echo cancellation. Is that any better?
Yeah, that's good.
One,
Yep.
two.
Yep.
Testing.
You don't hear that heavy breathing anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't know if we were.
Still sounds like you're in a acoustically hot room, but that's probably you're in an acoustically hot room.
Yeah. At least you don't sound like some pervert or something. Heavy breathing and stuff.
Yeah, you don't want to sound like that.
Man, that mic is super. Which one did you get?
It's just a simple AT&T, but it had the USB-C connection. That's the only. See,
Right.
when the new iPads, they don't give you the 3.5 millimeter jack option anymore,
Right.
unless you buy an adapter. Where my last iPad had the adapter port for a microphone.
Right.
It's just nothing more than what you guys got.
I've got my gain all the way up so that it doesn't bring in the fans. Hey, Ray.
Ray
Hey,
Kelly.
Ray,
Yep,
Kelly,
Ray.
Lloyd,
How you
Art,
doing, Ray?
Ron, Mitch. How you guys
how are
doing?
you?
Good.
Good. How about you?
All good here. Down here.
Tomas.
Bob, Drone Days is here. How you doing? All my notifications are going off now about
Good.
your stream.
Dan is here.
Dan Drone Days. Dan Drone Worship.
Drone worship. Yeah. What we
Tomas.
got?
Paulie, Drone Bum.
Everybody in the
Talking
chat. How you doing?
Oh, Drone Bum
Yeah,
is
we
here.
got good-
Excellent.
Yeah.
Good
I've
group
got
going.
I need to take this off the top chat. On live chat. There we go. Okay.
So basically, tonight I just wanted to share stories, and I see you in the green room, Carlos, of Rick's damn generosity.
Right.
And I got to put it that way because I personally never asked for anything.
Yeah. Same here.
But I was
Nobody ever asked him, I don't believe, for anything.
I was sitting here on a live stream, and I was discussing my Mavic 2 Pro. It would charge the battery just fine, but it wouldn't charge the remote controller. That little black cord that comes off it, you got to stick into your remote controller. So, in a matter of days, I get a package in the mail. It's a brand new charger.
Yeah.
No note or anything like that. But I just knew it was from Rick, so I caught him on Messenger because he says, call me anytime, day or night. You know how he slept, not good. And it was from him.
Mm-hmm.
And then another time, I was talking about my granddaughter, how she was scared of the Phantom 4, so I had bought her some. I bought her two Telos. One was the EDU unit, and the other one was the Rise version, where you program it with drone blocks.
Right.
And so he sent her a damn iPad controller.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Nice.
Awesome.
Insane. And like I said, he never asked for anything in return. He just asked for a friendship, and he loved watching our live streams. It was something to do, and
Yep.
many times we helped him out. I know a lot of times after the stream goes off, we kind of hang out, and I played with him a couple of times with Cyberlink because he found that that was easiest for him, that power director. Funny story. Go ahead.
Jim, on that same, there was always thought into it. It wasn't just anything that showed up. There was something of meaning to it, or something he knew. It's like you needed or wanted. I said the same thing happened to me. I'm just one of, gosh, how many people here? But yeah, you get that unexpected doorbell ring, and I just remember the one day I went to the door, and sure enough, it was packaged, and I'm like, I didn't order anything. Opened it up, and I think, Ray, you got something similar. It was this big, gigantic mug. And the thing of it is, it was in camo. And then it had a big deer on the side of it. And then there was a, yeah, there you go, Ray.
Yeah, you can't see it, but it's
No, it's
invisible, but it's
You must have a green screen.
Yeah,
yeah,
do, Ray.
I can see through your glass. But yeah, it had on there a big deer. Then it said the opening day of deer season should be a national holiday. And a little note in there from Rick. It said, Ron, he goes, as soon as I saw it, I grabbed it and I knew it was for you. And he sent it to me. And I've used that thing countless times.
And the damn cup. He sent me one from the Marines. He sent a couple of you guys who were in the military, right? Yeah. And these
This
things
one
are
right here.
guaranteed for life.
We're live.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the best. And, they've got the sealed lid on it. Mine
Right.
has a sealed lid on it, and it's just like, yeah.
Yep.
Mine's, and this is other than the one Rodney Bell sent me, this is my favorite mug right here. And,
Right.
well, this hat, I'm not 400 AGL, but when Mel made this new logo design of his, Rick saw it, downloaded it, sent it off, and he sent a hat to Mel and I. And this is the hat that
Wow.
one of the last, he just sent it to us, but, that was
Rick
one
was
of the,
just so
Yeah.
unbelievable.
it was just,
I remember listening and listening to you guys for almost a year. And when I first went into the chats, Rick would always say hello to me, welcome me,
Yeah.
and he was just a special guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
how
he
is.
he used to come into. He decided he wanted to learn FPV, and he would come into the Sunday night live streams, and we were trying to help him, and we never really got very far. And it made me sad because I was going to devote half the show to helping him do a certain thing with the drone that he has, and he'd email me that afternoon and say that he was too sick. Can we put it off? And we kept putting it off and putting it off and putting it off, and unfortunately we never really got around to doing that. But he did, like you, Ron. I had two. What the hell is this package I just got? I didn't order anything.
Yeah.
And the first one I got from him was a little Tiny Hawk Freestyle drone. And then he sent me a Tiny Hawk Race, the little Tiny Hawk 2 Race drone. So,
Right.
those drones now have meaning more than just the fact that they're drones.
Yeah.
And in fact, Bob Casey got a gift from Rick that a Tiny Hawk, I believe, and he had a problem. He fried it. Did something wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Bob sent me an email yesterday, I think it was, and he said, Mitch, I really don't want to impose on you, and you can say no if you want to, but is it possible for me to bring this thing down here and give it to you when I come to Florida and see if you can repair it because it means so much to me, is what he said. Now, and I said, of course, I'll be happy to take a look at it for you. So,
Rodney Bell can't be on the stream because he's with Family Hour, but he sent Rodney an Emacs, the Tiny Hawk with the remote controller and all of that. He sent Philly Mike 107 books, and also that's another thing. He would help you out with money. The guy would donate $100 to you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just insane.
Whatever fund we were raising. Yeah.
I remember
Well,
2
you know what I'm
years
thinking?
ago.
But real quick, Mitch, what I'm thinking going forward, instead of waiting for something like what happened to Rick, why don't we sit, I think we should take the time out to say, you know what, Mitch, I really appreciate your stream. I appreciate you. I appreciate your friendship. Not wait till you're freaking gone before we start appreciating it and taking
It's about time. It's about time you appreciate me, Carlos.
No, I'm dead serious. If anything, that's what we should take home with this is that, you know what?
I agree.
Somebody,
I agree.
Somebody's
yeah.
gone.
I agree.
And my second thing is, let's be generous like him, even if it takes us collectively to try to, do when somebody is truly in need. I say truly with a lot of
You know something, Carlos? You're right, but not a lot of us advertise that. I have donated money to people,
well, no,
and I don't tell anybody about it.
You're not. No. You're not supposed to let the left hand know what the right hand is doing.
Right,
I totally
right.
get that. But when there's a need out there that somebody, I don't know, Mitch, he needs a hairpiece or he needs a new drone, so we buy him something collectively. No, but I'm dead serious. I don't want to wait. I'm gonna be a little bit more. I don't know. Other than nice, or just be more. What's the word?
Like more diligent about it.
Like what you said you were going to be in the first of the year. You were going to be a more kindler, gentler Carlos.
Well, yeah, I'm going to take that away from Rick too. And here's the other thing, especially I'm thinking of Art. He got a drone from Rick. Use it in memory of Art. Yep. Don't just let it collect dust. And if you don't want to use it, if you don't have the time, give it to somebody who will use it. I mean.
And Carlos, I think
now that the weather is getting better, I'll be able to finally fly it outside and
well, that's going to be hard. You're better off.
And it wasn't only that drone; he gave me two really nice fishing rods. And by the way, I'm bringing one of those to Florida with me when I do some fishing down there. I mean, so.
Do you remember? I remember 2 years ago when when Mike started, Rick Halbur sent him a battery for his Mavic. You remember that? I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah,
but
is that the one that
swelled up?
Famous Rick Halbur?
No, but not a stream went by where he didn't say, "I'm going to
that.
fly the Rick Halbur battery." This is the Rick Halbur battery, and it became known as the Rick Halbur battery. And I mean, but that was years ago.
One of the things about Rick is there's a lot of stuff he did behind the scenes that nobody knew, and sometimes we had no clue it was him that did it. I've got a Logitech Brio sitting up here, and I had just really started getting into live streaming, and Rick and I had communicated, and we'd talk back and forth on the phone and stuff, and one day, and it's right after I started using vMix too, and so this is like in the early first year I was doing live stream. I got this Logitech Brio. Mm-hmm. Nobody would fess up to it. To this day, I am 100% certain now it was Rick Halbur. So I use that on every show. I do it when I'm recording now with my podcast and stuff, and I use that. But just this last Christmas, he sent me, we had switched bedrooms because of Judy's health. I needed to move her into a different bedroom. And and I talked about this a little bit on my show last night, I think, or maybe it was Rodney's on Saturday morning. But
Right.
we use the Amazon Fire Stick, so that even bought a smart TV for that bedroom, but it's still stupid.
Yeah.
So I just use the Amazon Fire Stick because it's just. I said I need to pull the one off that, because right now I'm just watching on DVD, and all of a sudden, I got a notice that something was coming by FedEx or no, by UPS, and I went
think
out there and he'd sent me that. He'd sent it to me, and it's like, man, you did not have to do that. And he says, it's for you and Judy, and that was just one of the many little things he did for me.
Lloyd, one of the things I said to Jim last night, was I think Rick, in his own way, I kind of call it a silent way, he tried to teach us a lesson. There's a big group of us here, and we have our bitches and our fights. But, at the end of the day, I think we're all friends. We all support each other. And I think Rick's lesson was, no matter how shitty your day is, how bad things are for you, physically or health-wise or whatever, take that moment, and really to just what Carla said, take that moment and say, hey, nice job on your video, or, send a gift, or, help out when someone's in need. And I think that was the silent lesson that he was trying to teach. And maybe he didn't even realize he was doing it, but that's how I kind of took it.
So
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Did you guys? I'm sure. Well, I don't know. Let me just talk for myself. This ran through my mind. I'm sure I'm not the only one. Do you ever think that he kind of knew his end was near and he wanted to give away, some of his gifts, money, or whatever you want to call
I
it?
thought of that, but I don't. Who knows? I have no idea what his finances were.
Oh no, it's not a matter of whether he had money or not. Just the fact that he wanted to just do something on the way out.
Yeah.
About 3-4 weeks ago, Carlos, I don't know if you heard on Rodney's Saturday morning live stream, he came on there from the nursing facility, and he came in on camera and said goodbye, and he said, guys, I'm not going to make it. And
Oh wow.
yeah. And
He had got me extremely pissed off with that, Ron, because everybody was over talking each other for a little bit on Rodney's channel. And I heard that, and I said, wait a minute. And he said, I don't think I'm going to make it
Jim,
longer. And that really, you got to have the fight in you, but you know that he
almost gave up. Yeah.
he had a lot of it piling up. Because if you look back, Carlos, you don't really know, but we've been talking to him for a couple of years in Messenger and behind the scenes.
Year and a half. He bought me, because I guess he saw me on Mitch's stream a lot. He actually bought me one of those, steel or metal mugs. He bought me a 18650 charger, and for no reason. But it was funny how he did it. He goes, give me your address. I don't give my address out to anyone.
Yeah, he would go behind your back and ask other people for your address.
And he actually even, we exchanged phone numbers, and he had texted me, if anybody ever wants my address or phone number, feel free. So he made himself available, which was pretty cool. But no, I'm gonna not only be nicer, but you know what? If I see something that's notable, or Dan is not here anymore, or anybody, just say something nice now while they're here. Let's not wait till they're dead. Can I show Art something that I made? I might bring it to me to Florida.
Oh, sure.
Check it out, Jim. I made a magnet fishing pole. Just like,
Jesus.
look, and it works. Look, see, it lifts anything magnetized, so I can go fishing with Art now. Find the '67 Chevy.
Actually, you can throw it for him.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, there's no saying that Art might not be at the end of that rope when I throw it. But
It's actually just a weight, right?
Yeah.
and
Wait.
here's another guy. If you wanna talk about good attitude, no matter what, is right here, Mike Roche. When I first met Mike Roche, I didn't know his situation, and the guy's always smiling, good attitude, happy-go-lucky. And look, you know what? You put us to shame. Complaining about little aches and pains or whatever, and you live the way you do, and you smile, and I'm sure you maybe have
about
your love
How many of you have physically met him? I know Mel has.
Who?
But-
Rick? Met Rick?
Yeah.
Very few of us. I was surprised to find out how few people had actually really met him.
Yeah,
I was going to have that opportunity in about 3 or 4 weeks.
Oh.
I'm going to California to help my friend out, and my friend who's been sick with COVID, and he's going back to California to get the rest of his things, and I don't want him driving alone. He's not in that good enough condition. Right. So I said, I'm going with you. I said, I have one request. I said that we stop in Elk Grove, California. And if they weren't going to let me in that nursing home because of COVID or something, I already had a plan in mind. I was going to tell the front desk of that nursing home, you go to Rick's room, you tell him to look out his window, and I was taking the Mavic 2 and I was going to hover it right outside his window.
That's cool.
Danny, how you doing, buddy?
I'm not just
Dan,
here
how
to be
you
a,
doing?
yeah. Hey, I'm not just here to be a face on camera tonight. I'm sorry. I'm hurting. I just want to say something, and then I got to roll because I'm not feeling good. But
Okay.
I've known Rick for 5 years. When I started my YouTube channel, I was working with Hubson. Rick was there every step of the way, and he's done. You guys were saying he's done a lot in the background. You'd be surprised how much. Rick did donate to almost every single cause that was ever brought to the table, whether it was a person or somebody just needed help in general. Rick was totally there for all of that. I think Rick sent everybody gifts. He sent me I think I was on a live stream talking about I needed to get a camera for having stabilization, and I ended up getting 2 in the mail. He sent me the Xiaomi 4K, and then he sent me a GoPro Hero 7 and a stabilized gimbal. Like, he just went above and beyond the Call of Duty, never asked anybody for anything. Rick was one, I developed a very personal relationship with Rick. When I started getting sick, we would talk in the hospital all night till the wee hours of the morning, both being laid up, and Rick was dealing with a lot of very challenging things. I'm surprised he was able to keep such a level head and be here for everybody. I mean, Rick was the best of all of us when we couldn't be. That's what set Rick apart from everything. So he was a very, very interesting individual. It was amazing to meet somebody of his caliber. And I think he does. I think Ron's right. I think he wants everyone just to get along. Rick has always tried to instill that in me, even though I'm quite bullheaded. Rick has always tried to push me in that that direction of
not you.
having powwows with it. Yeah, well. So he did a good job of it because I laid off for a considerable amount of time.
He was never gregarious. He was never gregarious about anything he did. He was just, the man has humbled me more. And, it's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way, but man, he has humbled me. I'll tell you right now. And
you know what else? He was quite the fisherman. He was a big-time angler. I went to his photos on his Facebook page, and he caught a nice tuna in his day.
Was that his son, Ray? That one picture?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Kid looked pretty beefed up. Kind of looked like Rick. Obviously, it looked like it was good 10 years ago, but it was with a big tuna or something, I think. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And this is not to brag about my video, my tribute to him, but I was touched that his son did answer. He made a comment to the video, and he appreciated it.
Thanks, Steve, for that.
Yeah, he's going to be missed, that's for sure.
Is that his daughter?
Yeah.
I would think so.
Steve wanted Rick's family to understand that he had touched an entire community of people, so he made it clear on Rick's Facebook that there was a bunch of people that supported Rick. And he supported them.
He was so happy to go to that wedding. That he could make it to that wedding.
I remember that.
He was scared, right? Remember?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't know if his health was going to be good enough to get there and get through it.
Yeah.
Sorry, Lloyd. I talked about, I think the date, he was actually getting ready to pick up his tux for that wedding. When I talked to him before the wedding, and then I talked to him a couple of weeks ago. It's been a couple weeks now, and when like I said, a week ago Monday, nobody had heard from him over the weekend. There's no response. That's when I made it a point. And I'm very thankful that his sister was reached out to me to let me know what was going on, so I could, kind of.
Yeah, that's the picture I was talking about.
I
Yeah.
thought it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that his son?
I don't know if that's Ricky.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's hard to say because some pictures are like when he was a little kid, and
Yeah.
other ones are older.
To be honest with you, the conversations we had were about how good a relationship he had with his ex-wife. And, because she would help him out, come over and help him out, and so would his daughters.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I'm dipping, man. I'm gonna go lay down.
All right, Dan,
All right.
thanks.
Thanks for
Dan,
letting
you
me
take
in.
care of yourself.
Take care, man.
Yeah, later.
Dan, hats off to you, man.
Hey, Jim, are you limited in the number of people, obviously, in here?
Yes,
At
sir.
once?
I'm at 6.
Yeah. Is there anyone waiting in the wings?
No, we're going in and out. It's fine.
Okay, because
Yeah, if you need to take me out anytime, just
Hey, Mel. How you doing?
throw my
hey,
throw my
Mal.
old wrinkle ass out of here.
We're just sharing what Rick has done for all of us behind the scenes and never asking for anything.
Yeah, and I got a little story to share. Tammy,
Love to hear it.
let me have that little thing that Rick sent you real quick. Out of the blue, this box comes in the mail and it's addressed to Tammy. And we're like, what the hell? So she opens it up and it's this battery operated globe with you might have to turn those lights off for me real quick so this shows up better. It's a battery operated globe with an LED in it that
Oh wow.
the light changes.
Nice. Very
Oh,
nice.
that's
And-
cool.
And maybe the monitor light's too bright for it too, but
No, it's changing.
No,
now.
but we can see. Yeah, the
you
idea.
see it.
like
Yeah.
flowers in there?
He just sent it to her out of the blue. No warning, no hello, no nothing. It just showed up one day.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Mel, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, Mitch. How are you?
Doing fine. Doing good.
You know, one thing I'm kind of glad oh my God, I finally got it out. I was playing with this thing for like I bet you it was 3 weeks. I wanted it to be perfect. And I think I've told some of you, somewhere on someone's live stream, Rick's channel, somewhere, I know I saw a sign that said Halbur Aviation, somewhere behind him on a wall. And I'm like, for some reason it popped in my head.
Right.
And after he sent me that Comica external mic system, that was another thing. He just sent that to me because he knew I needed it.
Right.
He's like, Ron, keep it as long as you want and send it back when you're done. I mean, how many people send you $400 pieces of equipment that they just bought?
He ask
Yeah.
Mel. He's been a recipient of a few
Yeah.
loans from
I was having lunch with him one day. Well, my last day in California, as I was leaving Sacramento, we met up for lunch, and he was showing off his brand new Osmo action camera that he had just got a couple days before that.
Yeah.
And we were talking about it and lunch and flying and so forth, and he says, well, why don't you make some videos about that? I said, well, I don't have one. He says, well, take it.
Yeah.
I said, I can't take your new camera, Rick. He said, yeah, take it with you. He had just had it a couple days, and he knew. I mean, that day I was headed south to meet up with Steve Carpenter later in the day, and then that night I was down in San Diego. The next day I was with my sister and everybody out there, and a couple days later I was headed back this way. And a few days later I was like, man, I got this radio control boat. I'd sure like to put that in the water, and he goes, get it wet. I said, I'm afraid to. He says, I got Care Refresh, get it wet. I was like, okay.
But here's the thing I sent back to him. But it's a slab of wood that's I for the life of me can't think of the name of the tree right now. It's only found in the Black Hills of South Dakota. But and then I put wooden lettering. I torched it, and then put that resin. It looks like it's about an inch thick on top,
Right.
but I sent that to him and put a wall hanger on the back, and just his sister a day or two ago, I introduced myself to her, and she told me, they said every person that walks in his house is like, here, check this out. So that kind of made me feel good, but the sad part, he only got to enjoy it about 2 weeks. But I'm glad I got it out there when I did.
Yeah.
Well, here's one of the fishing poles he sent me. He
Wow.
sent me an
Wow.
ice fishing pole. And he sent this to me, I think it was around the first of the year they sent, because I was talking about ice fishing. And they'd say, I know, this is in the mail.
Isn't one of those the Fenwick art?
Yeah. This is
Fenwicks are
Fenwick.
good poles.
Yeah.
They're real good.
Oh, and that other pole that I'm bringing down to Florida, that's a Fenwick as well.
Mm-hmm. That's top of the line fishing pole.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. He didn't cheat anything. If he did something, it was good quality stuff.
Yeah. It's like with this. This is probably one of my most prized possessions, simply because, it means a lot to me because, well, I've worked on the first 6 the Air Force ever had. I did the weapons, and this is such good scale. It's small, but the detail on it is so good.
That's
And
cool.
I was talking about getting the flying one, the big $300. He was talking, I may get it someday. He said, well, I'll see if I can get it. And he said, well, it's just not in the books right now. I said, well, hell, Rick, I didn't expect you to buy it for me. I'll buy it if I want it. And, that's it. And then the next day or a day or two later, this thing shows up. No name on it. It's like, it was
It's like-
Rick. It was.
Yeah, it's
and
like
I
he's
called
at
him
it
up.
again.
I said, Rick, for God's sakes. He said, well, I couldn't afford you the big one. Hell, if I want the big one, I'll go buy the big one. The reason I ain't bought it is because I'd probably crash a $350 plane, and then my wife will kick my ass. So
No, you'd call me and I'd come over and help you fly it.
There you go.
You both crash it. Yeah.
we both crash it. Yeah. No, I would trust Mel. I've seen Mel fly. Yeah, I would get one someday, but it's not. I think Rick's whole philosophy of life was pay it forward. That's really
That's right.
He's probably the one of the. There's many on here, but he's probably one of the most famous, I think, now for paying it forward. And hey, he's paid a lot forward to us. Well, you guys know that drone. His idea when he sent me that Emax system, with the controller and the little mini whoop or whatever it was. His idea was for me to get to 1,000. Well, life sucks, reality sets in, different things happen with the channel, and just it didn't happen. So his next goal, we decided to lower the bar. Let's get to 800. Hell, that wasn't going to happen either. So what ended up happening is I gave it away for Christmas and I'm glad that I did, because at least Rick got to see the giveaway, and that wasn't the first prize he'd sent something else for me. One of my other prizes.
Didn't he send you a radio transmitter?
Well, he sent the transmitter and the quad and everything. Yeah, see, there's why I don't want to let Mel fly that plane if I get it.
He sent that to you, Mel?
Is that a MiG?
It's a MiG. Yeah, Rick
Yeah.
sent this to me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I've
Is that the
flown it.
inducted fan?
I've flown it. Yeah, it's ducted fan. It's got a single fan motor in it. Maybe I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we can see it. Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah.
But I flew the daylights out of this thing. I even hit it in the ground once. Really
they're-
hard.
Remember
They're
that video?
they're very light, so
Yeah.
they survive a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. This thing is like this Mustang from Kelly. That both of these are just damn near indestructible.
Yeah. Let me say something about Rick. there's a Yiddish word, mensch, and if any of you have heard the word mensch, and I had used that word, and somebody asked me on my live stream to translate it, and I stumbled. I really had a hard time translating what a mensch is, and the best way for me to describe the meaning of that word is Rick Halbur. Everything, every quality and of his character and his generosity and the lack of any arrogance or meanness or bitterness or anger is what a mensch is. So if you ever hear anybody just use that word, that say he's a real mensch, that's what it means.
Yeah.
Never heard of that word.
That's cool.
That's
It
good.
doesn't sound like a compliment, but I'm glad to hear
Right.
that.
Yeah, it is.
It is a Yiddish compliment.
It is
Yeah.
a big compliment.
Yeah.
Yeah. It means
I was able-
literally. It means a gentleman is what it really literally means.
Right,
But
right.
I was able to get Rick back. I paid him back.
Oh, did you?
You know, he sent me those tumblers, and I told you that he sent one to my wife also. But about a week later, I said to him, I says, hey Rick, send me your mailing address.
He loved to cook.
And he did. And I asked him, I says, you know, I'm involved with the America's Finest Foundation. Would you want one of those T-shirts? He said he'd be honored to wear it. And I got his size, and I sent it to him, and hopefully he did wear it quite a few times before he passed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, the thing with me is I never met him. I never got anything from him. I didn't need anything. I have more stuff lying around than I need. But every time showing up in a live stream like this or whatever, he'd see me in the chat, whether it was something small like this or whether it was Ken Heron, and he'd always say hello no matter what, like he knew you. And it somehow stuck out, like just this welcoming person who didn't know me from Adam, but always made me feel, really welcome. And I always appreciated that. And I knew he was going through some stuff, obviously, for I don't know for how long, but at least the last year or two. So, you're just the kind of person, like you said, kind of makes you feel humble, like even whether it's sending stuff or just plain being nice to people. And it's amazing, I'm sure we all experience this. You say one thing to somebody, a mention of their video or something. They might have 15 subscribers, and it means the world to them to hear your name, and it's really nice. So he touched me in that way, and all of us in that way.
Yeah,
yes, he
was one of the first people that reached out to me in a chat, and it was probably on Ken Heron show or someone like that. He was one of the very first people that said, hello, Grumpy Vlogger, welcome. It's just like, and from that point on, whenever I saw him somewhere, I said, well, hello, Rick Halbur. And then, it just snowballed. And then I got to know that guy over in the far corner over there. And, and then got to know that old guy down there in the other corner down there.
He's a mensch. I tell you, he's a mensch.
Yeah.
It's a mensch.
He's a mensch. Yeah.
Paul,
he's a
I
mensch.
see Paul Dronebum also knows a little Yiddish. If you saw his his comment there, yeah.
Hey guys, before I forget,
The shekel.
and everybody in the chat, Jim can talk. I can always say a few more minutes, but Matt North from Northeast Drone Productions, and guys, if you can do it in the next 1 to 2 days, I realize that's short notice, but he's been trying to get everybody to send a droney shot, a 15-second video, and just put a title, the lettering actually in your video, who you are, maybe your channel name if you want, and where you're from, and send it to Matt North. He is putting together a video for Rick's family, and I know it would mean the world to them to see. But he wants it in the next couple of days. He's time is of the essence. So
just sent-
anybody
I
in the
sent
chat,
mine in last night.
Just
I'll
sent it
shoot,
in a little while ago.
I'll shoot one tomorrow.
So
Yeah,
how
yeah.
do we get it to them? Do we have to put it up on?
I'm
Yeah.
going to have the email in this description, and Matt's here now, so I'm going to jump off. But
Oh.
this is going to be a kind of around the world
Okay.
thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And
I'll
Hey,
jump
Jim?
off right after Matt leaves, and
oh, there he is.
I was gonna say, Jim, go ahead and bounce me out. I've said my piece. I showed the thing that I wanted to show, and I'll leave room for someone else.
Yeah.
Matt, good to see you.
Hey, Mel.
Take care, Mel.
take care, Mel. Good to see you.
See you,
I'm
Matt.
no see,
Well,
Matt.
Thank you, Mel, for coming, and thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it.
And Matt, I am heading home in the morning. That's the first thing on my list. So
Good on you, mate.
yeah.
What are the specs, Matt? How long do you want? And do we put it up on a Dropbox or something? It's too big to email a video clip like that.
Yeah, that's right. Everyone's sending theirs through their Google Drive or Dropbox or something.
Okay.
Google Drive more than likely, because Dropbox, if you're not paying, you're only limited to like two gig or something. So
Yeah.
some of these files are over that, even being so short.
If you don't have Google Drive, I have 100 gigabytes. Just email me. I'll put my email in the thing too, and I'll get it over to Matt.
Okay.
Okay.
So they can
and
use
what
my drive
resolution?
as
Does
well.
it matter what resolution, or are you just going to deal with whatever you get?
At least 1080 would be good.
Okay. But
but
I
it's
mean,
the
if
fra-
4K be all right too?
Absolutely. I've got plenty
Okay.
4K there, mate. Yeah. The frame rate though is more important, being at 30 frames a
30.
second.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So I've got yours, Mike. Got yours, Lloyd. Yours come out all right, mate. It's already edited up, mate. Everything's ready to roll. So
And
as they
your
come in-
email address, Matt? I don't think I have that.
Yep, I'll pop that in the chat right now, mate.
Okay.
Here
Yes,
we
did
go.
you get mine through the iCloud download?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Hey, Chris Hope's in the chat. Hiya, Chris.
Mr. Hope.
If you're feeling better, buddy.
Okay, Northeast Drone
Bob
Productions.
Casey's here. Hey, Bob.
Hey, Bob.
They got
I'm looking forward to meeting a
Yeah.
lot of you guys here.
I know
this
that's just
weekend,
going to be neat. Matt or Mitch is just putting some faces to some of these names.
Oh, it's gonna. Oh, we're gonna have a good old time. Even though I'm stuck with Carlos for like 3 or 4 days, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Wait, isn't Art
Make
staying
sure
at the house?
when you put his address, it's Northeast Drone Productions, not Northeast Productions. I don't
Yeah,
know who
it's
got the
Northeast
first
Drone
link.
Productions at
Yeah, I forgot to
gmail.com.
put the word
got it.
drone in.
Okay.
So.
sort of my channel name, eh? You know?
Yeah, and it's just but you gave him some ungodly name the other day on that live stream, and I was trying to,
I don't know where that came from.
somebody
No.
put it out there, and anyways, I'm
Art,
old, I forgot, so I figured it out.
Are you staying at Mitch's house, Art?
No,
Oh, okay.
No. nobody's staying at my house. Mitch
I
is
was going to
staying
say,
at my
boy, that
house.
was to the point. If
No.
you were planning on it,
Even when my relatives come to visit, they don't even stay at my house. my house is not built for guests. I have all my spare rooms are full up with airplanes and drones and YouTube studios and
Right.
offices.
You all right
that's
there,
why I
Ron?
don't need my house. That way nobody comes over.
Please understand that Matt meant gmail.com.
Yeah. Hey,
Oh my god.
hey, Jim.
You made me stuff up, Lloyd.
It wasn't my fault. You'd already put that up there before I brought up my mistake. So
Yeah.
don't you blame me for it.
Hey, Jim. I'm gonna pop out and let anybody else
Yeah.
come in. I got to head to work, but I'll see you in 2 days, buddy. And everybody in the chat. Nice job on the live stream tonight, Jim. It's great. So, good night, everyone, and we'll see some of you in a couple of days.
Take care, Ron. Make sure to go live.
This is for you, Ron.
Go live to Florida when you can.
All right, buddy. I'll see you guys. Good night.
Take care.
See you, Ron. So I take it everyone in the chat would know about what we're doing with the dronies.
Say it again. Go over it.
All right, I will go over it. The email that I put in the chat here is to send me a file of yourself doing a droney. They normally go for 10 odd seconds or something like that. Fly it manually or put it into an autonomous mode, doesn't really matter. I speed them up sectionally. I did that with Chris, actually, Sunrise Water. I had to speed his up a little bit more to bring his back to 10 seconds. But we're doing that, and we're putting a heap of dronies together. Put your name, your channel name, or both, plus your location in your video itself. So edit that in your text, and I'll dump it into the timeline. I've got it's about a 4 minute something or other timeline.
Okay, super.
I've got I think I've got about 2 minutes worth of videos already. I got some really nice, mate, really nice stuff. And it can be actually difficult to bloody watch it, to be honest. But anyway, yeah, I've got it all together. It'll be good, really good. So anyone in the chat who doesn't know about it, there you go, and send it to that email address there.
That's cool. That's
You got it.
When are you going to put that up, Matt? Were you going to post on your channel, or how are you going to?
Well, I'm going to post it on my channel. But what I want to do is send the file to a lot of people. But I've got to take the music out if they want to post it. Otherwise, it's going to be copyrighted. So I'm going to have to render off a copy without music, so people can get the file and do what they want with it. But I also want to send that file to Rick's sister. She may want it over the next couple of weeks, but I'd like to get it to her by the end of the weekend, like so Monday Australian time, Sunday I guess US. So if everyone could sort of get onto that. I know it's been raining and all sorts of stuff in a lot of states and makes it a bit hard for people. But I was the same today. I got up at 2 o'clock this morning ready to rock and roll, and it was pissing down out here. And I was checking the weather and where I was going. It was like an hour and a half away, and it was raining there. So I've been up since like 2 in the morning waiting for this rain, but it's just not stopping. So I haven't been able to do mine yet either, because I want to take it out to a waterfall where it was one of Rick's favourite videos of mine, and I want to do.
Don't think you got to cut this thing short on account of us.
Cut what short?
Cutting it down to the regular YouTube 3 minute. Who people want? We don't care about the time.
No. I'm not, mate. I'm not. I'm just going by this. I picked the longest file I could, music wise, and if it goes longer, then I will cut another piece of music into it. So there's not an issue there, mate. No, I wasn't going to cut that short. It ain't going to be no 2 minute thing. That's just disrespectful, if anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
That'll be very special.
Well, Matt, we appreciate what you're doing.
I think they'll
Really.
appreciate that.
I think it's a great idea. that you
Ray,
did.
we'll do something at the meetup too, Ray.
Look, I've got to say though, it was Tim Jackson's idea.
Tim Jackson, that's right.
He wanted to bring up a unified flight. Now that's impossible, but nighttime, daytime, and all that sort of stuff. And it was actually Lorne's idea to get everyone to do selfies, which was fantastic. So I'm not going to take the full rap for this at all. I was just the one nominated to put it all together. So. That's my job, but yeah, it was ideas running around all over the place. I think it was Adrian's live stream, maybe.
They want to know if it has to be a
on
drone.
Adrian, yeah.
A couple of guys want to know if it has to be a droney.
I just did a flyback on mine.
Yeah, exactly right, and that's what I'll be doing too. I won't be using the autonomous. I won't be able. It'll bloody crash where I'm doing it.
Right.
So I'll be doing mine manually. Look, I'd call it a droney or whatever, something with you in there, look, you know what? Can I give you an example? I'll just give you an example. I'll get this out here, and I'll give people an idea.
Love the way you edit, Matt. Your productions are masterpieces.
Oh, thanks, mate. Thanks, mate. Have a lot of fun doing it. It's good fun. I'm just loading this up here. I'll just give you an idea of what's going on. Just a couple of them. There's been some, dronies are dronies, man. But what people put into these ones that I'm getting, it's not just a droney, man. It's something from the heart, with a lot of them.
Yeah.
Matt, I've got a video of me flying the tiny hawk drone that Rick sent me. So what I'll do is I'll you'll pull it up and I'll put my name and channel name and all that stuff, and I'll get it out to you.
Okay, mate. Yeah,
Right.
No worries, man. No worries.
All right, I gotta get
This is-
going. I gotta go eat. I'm gonna be leaving in a couple hours. My sister's picking me up to take me to your airport, and Mitch, I'll be seeing you probably tomorrow morning.
How are you going to see me tomorrow morning?
Well, I'll call you first, and then Ray.
I'll tell you what. While you're in Orlando, just come on by my dentist, where I'll be in the chair getting my teeth cleaned.
Okay. All right.
No, give me a call when you get here. But tomorrow morning, I'm kind of
Bob
occupied.
Bob would like to extend his condolences without actually doing a drone video. Is what he's saying.
Yeah. Well, you guys, I'm only going to be hanging around another minute anyway, but I hope you guys really have a good time in Florida and post
Thank
some
you, Mike.
stuff so that we can, the rest of us can see it. And
Oh yeah, there'll be a lot of that, a lot of
Whether
live
it's
streams.
live,
I was going to say, are you live streaming any of it?
even photos or whatever,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. There'll be a
All
lot
right,
of them.
guys. Take care.
See you, Art.
Have
See
a
ya.
great evening.
We'll see you, Art.
have a good
All right.
flight, Art.
Bye bye.
Bye.
See you soon, Art.
Okay. So this is just a couple of. Oh, you can't hear that, can you?
Yeah.
You can hear it.
Yeah, I can hear
Yeah.
some music.
Uh-oh. I'll mute that.
Well, it may not go out on YouTube. Let me see if it's going out on YouTube, though.
Yeah,
So
it looks
this
like
is-
it is.
There you go.
Yeah,
Bob
I'll
Casey, you can do whatever you want, Bob. It doesn't have to be a droney.
Let's just give you an idea of what people are sending in. There's quite
Okay.
a lot, but anyway. He's from Denmark, this fella.
Wow.
That's amazing. That's fantastic. Can we get a map in there, or are you able to do that map inset with the dots on it?
Oh, jeez.
I know they. Jesus, Cyberlink did that so damn easy. I don't know how we would get a picture of the dot to you.
Right.
The droning veteran, I got his yesterday. My goodness, I loved it. Loved it. Dan's beautiful
good.
stuff.
Angela's here. Lost Girl Hikes.
Jim,
Yeah, bud.
I really
Go on.
appreciate you putting this together, but I am going to bail. Judy had kind of a rough night, and well, Matt can tell you we were talking last night. I don't know what time it was my time. He and I were talking because, it's like, and so I haven't had a lot of sleep, and I had to get up and take Judy to get her first rabies vaccine. I mean, COVID shot. today.
Stop that
I asked him if they're
If
going to
you
issue
weren't
us
in
dog
trouble
tags.
before, Lloyd,
Yeah.
you are now.
Hey, I've already had my first rabies shot, so now we can bite each other and not infect.
Chris, Chris
that
Hope, I just
TMI
want to tell him I put the link in the chat.
See you, Lloyd.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to get out of here before I get in any more trouble.
I think
Good
so.
idea.
Take care, Lloyd. Have a
All right.
nice night.
See you, Lloyd. Take care.
And
Thank you, Lloyd.
I will talk to you all later.
Yeah, well. Oh, yeah, let that one go before.
Hey,
Put
Steve.
that out even
Oh,
for
Steve
Tony.
Carpenter.
Yep, I sent you.
Hey, Steve.
Hi, Mike, Matt, Ray,
Okay.
Mitch, how are you, gentlemen, and everybody in
Hey.
chat? Hello.
Doing good. How are you, my friend?
How you doing, Steve?
Good. Just got home. Long day.
I am sending Chris in his email.
I've been listening on the way coming home, and all I can say is, thank God I had some Kleenex with me.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
it is
It really
sad.
is.
You know,
It's,
it'd probably be hard for somebody outside of this this thing, whatever you want to call it, our drone community, but you know, who doesn't do it, to understand how you can connect with somebody you never met in your life
Yeah.
and have a real emotional connection somehow, to one extent or the other. And but we do.
Did it get called off, Tim?
Yeah, I worked 3 hours and then they sent us home.
Was that it?
That
How you
sucks.
doing, Tim?
It's raining all day. It's nonstop. I can't even do it off my veranda. The drone.
No.
Wow.
I wanted, as I said, I wanted to head that waterfall, mate. He's caning down there at Springbrook.
Yeah.
I'm really, I'm a
And
bit
especially with
pissed.
all this rain, it's just going to intensify it.
That's right. Hello, everybody in the chat. Everybody on the panel.
How you doing, Tim?
How
If
you
I was
doing?
going to have
Hi,
rain
Tim.
here, I was just going to hover in the house
I could do that
and wave
too.
at the camera.
I could do that too.
It doesn't matter, really, does it? You know,
Yeah.
but you know, it all depends on what you want. You know, as I said, I wanted to go where Rick enjoyed, as I said, one of my videos that he really loved at the waterfall, and I really want to go back there and do it there. You know, and the weather's not behaving itself. It's been raining solid. It's going to rain solid for a week here. It hasn't stopped.
Oh, wow.
That's why I wanted to do it at Black Mountain, because he's the one that commented on that he loved it so much.
Do you want me to color grade it for you again?
Yeah.
Why did it? Was it like Brown Mountain when you got it?
It was purple mountain, mate. Purple.
It's a color that you can't describe. Even Crayola doesn't have a name for it yet.
It's an in-between one, in-between colors.
Yeah, check it out. It says re-edit.
It does too. You put it up, didn't you? Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. Oh my God. That was...
Mike here. Night Train is here. How you doing?
Seems like
I'm
always,
just-
Matt.
I'm just hoping that we get a video from every country. That's what I would like to see.
At this stage, look, let me have a look. There's a lot from the US, obviously.
Yeah, real quick, how many countries do we have?
I'm just going to have a look at that.
Let's say
I've got-
just about every continent except Antarctica.
I'm hoping.
I've hit up Daddy of 13 too. So
What about Jake Sloan? What about Jake Sloan too?
Oh, that's Alaska.
I haven't.
Let's go.
Now,
Yeah.
does Rod Piker know about it?
He should.
I think he does. Rod, do you know about the selfie video?
Droney.
You know what, guys? I'm going to head out because I got stuff to do, and I'll let James back in. But I just wanted to stop in and say hello. Matt, I'm glad you got the video. Tim,
Beautiful stuff, mate.
Steve,
Thank you.
Nice
good
job,
seeing you,
Mike.
Mitch.
Like I said, thank you. Yeah, that was good, especially what you said.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much,
Yeah.
Mike.
Right, I put audio in. I don't know. You might not be able to use the audio, Matt, but
I did use it.
Either way,
I pulled the music down and had your audio there, and then I
okay.
raised the music up.
very cool. All
Mate,
right,
you got something
guys.
to say, dude. It's got to be heard. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, have a nice night, guys.
Take care,
See
Mike.
you
You
watching.
too, Mike.
All right.
Take
bye.
care, Mike.
Good night.
See you, buddy.
I don't have anything to make a poster. I wish I did. I'd like to put a poster that, like it's got Rick and its dates on it or something like that. Maybe I'll go out and get a poster board tomorrow.
To
For what?
Denmark.
For your video?
Yeah, just like behind me.
Oh, you could edit it in.
Just change the opacity
Yeah.
of it. Something,
Yeah.
You know?
You could.
Fusion.
Now, do
dude.
you want music?
Fusion.
You want music on these things too, or you're gonna put a music track behind the whole thing, aren't you?
Yes, mate. Yeah. Otherwise,
Okay.
it'll be all over the joint with music, you know.
Okay.
And then you
Yeah.
get nailed for copyright infringement because it
Yeah.
came from someplace
Yeah.
you don't have.
I don't care about that. Put it on my channel. I'll take the copyright strikes all day long. I'm not monetized. I don't give a damn about.
It's called Bring It On. Bring It On.
Really, I mean, let them take down all the political crap they want, but don't touch this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Tim.
Yes.
Why were you concerned about Hugh's video, mate?
Because I didn't know if you got the email or not that I got, and I was just wondering. That's it.
The email that you got?
Yeah, he CC'd both of us in it.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah, Rod says he remembers Rick encouraging to keep flying his drone during the missed encounter. He always had great. I don't think the guy ever said a bad word, even off camera. We would talk at 3 a.m. You guys know I'm up at night. We would, he never ever said one bad thing about anybody.
Never.
And you know what? He could be sick in bed. He still asked you, "Are you okay?
Yeah.
How you feel?
Yeah.
I hope you get better." You know.
Never
You know
a
what?
bad word out of that man's
That's a
mouth.
good way to live. Rick taught us a lot, and that's a good
Yeah,
way
he
to
did.
live. Rather than being negative, be positive and say good things.
He would watch our live streams. If he wasn't there personally, he would watch them again later. He would put them on during the day. And he that was his form of entertainment. He didn't do a lot of TV nonsense. He would watch these things, and sometimes me and Matt go way too long.
I saw one that was like 7 hours from you guys. What was that about?
That was Ed.
Was
Ed
that-
did a 7-hour stream, but look, we went 4 hours one time.
4.
No, 5.
Five?
Over 5. That's about out. 5:24.
That wasn't
I
too
think
long
it was.
ago. I looked the next morning and I saw the replay and it said almost 5 hours. I couldn't believe it.
Oh, that's sort of like that. I try and chop it at 3 now, and even 3 goes like that, and all of a sudden we're at 3 hours. It's like, oh, we better go.
we keep changing the discussion as it goes, right? And you get, good Lord, if we had chapters in these things, they would look crazy. We go from drones to political to our wives, whatever,
Yeah, and whatever makes us itch in the groin region.
Right. The lawnmower.
Jim, this is a real nice tribute you're doing to Rick. You should be
Yes, it
commended.
is.
And I just want to say good night to everybody, and I'll see you on Saturday. And Matt, I'm going to try to do that as soon as I get off.
Yeah,
Good
in
on
fact,
you,
I'm
mate.
going to take care, Ray.
Take care,
I'll see you
Ray.
this weekend. I'll see you this weekend.
A great meetup, sir. Wish you all the best.
Thanks, Steve. Wish you could be there.
I
But
do
you and I
too.
will fly. When I get out to California, you and I will get together and fly.
There
You bet we will. We'll tear up some coastline.
All right. Good night, guys.
Good night,
Good
Ray.
night, guys. And I'm going to, Jim, I'm going to bug on out too and go ahead and I have some footage that I'll use already for you, Matt, and I'll edit that up and get it to you tonight. I'll get the
Good
link
on
out
you,
to you.
mate. Yep, I'll whack
All
that
right.
straight in, brother. Thank
So
you.
we're doing tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Johnny Drone Flyer and Ray Kelly have a live stream at 7 about the Florida meetup, and then at 8:15 I'm coming on with a live stream so we can make get together and make plans for other things, other get-togethers, other places to fly, get together to eat, because it's some of us people are going to be down here for 3, 4, 5 days, so we want to make sure we connect. So
yeah.
tomorrow night, hope to see you all in those live streams, and with that, I'll say good night to everybody.
Hey,
Yeah,
is
have
Ray's
fun. Have a great weekend. We'll try to catch you tomorrow.
is Ray's and Johnny's, is that Eastern time? I don't know where Johnny lives.
Yeah, it's 6 Central, 7 Eastern.
Okay.
Yeah, and forget the name of the channel, but it pops up in my suggestions. So we'll see, and I'll be sending out Jim. I'll send you a link for my live stream to come on into the panel too. So we hope to get a lot of the guys that are coming to this thing in on these panels and have like a group meeting and make plans for different things.
Right.
All right.
Good idea.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Thanks, Mitch.
Take care of it. And then there was,
it was his audio that was making the scratches. I didn't know that.
I thought it was mine.
I know we all thought it was ours. I've got my gain all the way up. I've got fans.
Mine's perfect, so I don't have to worry about it.
Yours is always perfect, Steve.
It rained in Southern California yesterday, so it was perfect, you know.
Hey,
Harry.
Here comes trouble.
Now the new Mr. One-Liner.
Yeah, only in chat though. I can't come up with those one-liners with my face on screen.
Yeah, you get all camera shy, don't you, mate?
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna change my headset here.
I know Chris Hope is coming on.
There we go.
How did I not get him in the email?
Who?
It was in yesterday's
Jim,
email.
How come you didn't put him in the email, Jim?
Everybody's in that email list.
You put me in the email yesterday, and it got me all messed up. I thought I was supposed to set my clocks ahead of day. Right?
That's where the comment makes sense. Now, see, the comment makes sense, Gary.
You know, I went on Lloyd's stream thinking it was going to be you. Hold on. How come Lloyd's got the controls here?
That was the first time I ever did a scheduled live stream, so I didn't know if it was going to start on its own and put it on YouTube or not. I didn't know what was going to.
What I do is I set my stream up the day before, and
Thanks, Rod.
compose the email, and then have it sit there, and then 15 minutes before I shove it out there. You know, it kind of reminds some people to
Take care, Rod.
come on.
Good night, Rod.
Is
But
there?
You guys went on for 4 hours. I have a hard time stretching an hour out of mine.
4 hours.
Although you cut short, and how many people did you have on today? And the people were coming in when you cut short. I was listening to you in the background.
Well, yeah, I cut it off at an hour.
I put now, meaning start at 1. Don't go at noon.
and if you look on my community tab, it says that the live stream start at 1 o'clock now. 1 o'clock Eastern, noon Central, 10 Pacific, and 5 or something in the UK.
I need at least 2 cups of coffee by 9 in order to get going. And you know, if I have a sleep-in day, I'll never get it in. So
yeah, and I can't seem to get a time for the Australians. You know,
it is hard.
I was there. I was there this morning, brother.
Yeah.
Yes, you were. That's what. And I think I made a comment. I said, "Man, he's up early going flying."
I was, but it was raining, so I couldn't. Yeah, about that. Yeah.
2 a.m. your time.
Yeah, ready to.
So let's get these videos done by Sunday. If you don't have a way to get them up, email me. I'll put my email in the description along with Matt's. And I bought 100 gigabytes of Google Drive space. So I'll just send you the link and you can upload to that.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Or
I think that.
Or just load it unlisted to your YouTube channel and then send the link to Matt, and then you don't have to buy anything.
I already bought it, so because I don't know why, but I get emails from Apple saying my Apple iCloud is full. I never sent the damn thing to you. You know, the same with Google. Apparently, they just take the photos off your phone when they want.
Now, Matt, are you displaying like a Dropbox that people can send it to, or are they just
they use their own Dropbox or Google Drive or whatever, and I get a link to their drive, and that's where I download it from.
That's what I'm saying. If you don't have a way to send it to Matt, I will put my address in there for my drive, and you can just send it to that drive. Matt will be shared, so Matt can take it right off of there.
Oh man, this stream will get off, and that mailbox will be filled in a matter of minutes.
Let Matt sort it out. And any good porn I expect to have sent back to me.
Do you know what we call that here? Do you know what we call that here in Australia? That's called a handball. which means you pass on the shit.
But, I spent most of today, because I couldn't fly today, but I spent most of today out scouting locations that were kind of iconic to the area, just trying to see if I can, find something that's suitable to send, that's of Rick quality,
Mhm.
Yeah, trying to be different is not always easy.
Yeah. You know what? This guy touched everybody. If you didn't get something, there was some kind of a kindness. Rick was the only person who ever bought a T-shirt off Teespring that said Brant Aerials on it. The only one.
I didn't even know you had a merchandise store.
Oh yeah. Oh, I got a merch store. Yeah, yeah. And
I'll purchase 6 of them.
I've made $1.87 off Teespring.
Oh,
So they've kept. They gave you the $1.87, but how much was the surcharge? 187 that they're charging you for doing it.
No, they didn't give me $1.87. They gave me a credit for $1.87.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah. Well, they're not going to send you $1.87, right?
No.
would you take it? Not even. I got to answer Paulie here. YouTube links are really no good, mate, because they don't download very well at all. Horrible. If I could have a file, it'd be awesome, man. MOV or MP4, AVI, I try to stay away from. But as I said, as long as it's at least at 30 frames, doesn't matter if it's 1080 or 4K, but 30 frames a second would be good.
And your DJI drone should give you the choice of either MOV or MP4.
Yeah,
I know all of mine have. So,
Yeah,
but
AVI,
going to be coming
AVI
at 16.
Yeah. What do the FPV guys shoot?
16K. I got a new camera.
Oh, you got two linked together. Yeah.
I'm gonna run parallel.
Yeah.
What camera shoots video at 16K?
BS things.
Oh.
The new BS camera from
Or go with
Mortel.
the Black Magic and get at least 8K.
Man, that 4K Blackmagic is only $12.95. Jesus.
Well, it shoots. It's actually 6K.
Well, and I'm
the pocket.
I'm shooting H.466 with 11 bit.
Wow, dude, lucky you got a Mac.
Don't get me started on that bit depth. What is this?
Bloody Macs, I tell you.
Somebody's having a Mac attack over there.
I know that the DJI cameras are $2,000. The X5, the X5S, and you look at the Pocket 4K for Blackmagic is $12.95. It's like that's incredible.
You know, one of the first guys is Adam he used to be Family of Five, and then he changed his channel name to Family of Tech. He bought that camera and did some really good tests with it and a little review. Not a big long things. They're short. They're quick to the point. But he was comparing them against his other cameras, which gave you a side-by-side comparison, especially like shooting in low light, medium light, bright light and everything. So it gave you a relatively good comparison with them.
Hey, that's another thing, Matt. Have you seen any problems with the lighting from video to video?
Oh, absolutely. There's been a massive difference between a couple of them. I've had to color correct, not grade. I had to color correct 3 or 4 of them. And because some of them were
blown out.
Horrendous. Horrendous. But as far as contrast and all that, so most of the cameras they're using are very similar, to be honest. Yeah. There's we've probably all got the same sort of stuff. There's a couple of different drones in there. You can tell straight off the bat that they're not a camera that we're used to using. But it's all right, mate. It's not all about being pretty at this stage. It's we're going through some stuff. So, but if it was obviously a bit out, I'll just give it a little bit of touch up and go from there.
In this instance, it really truly is the thought that counts.
Yeah.
That's
hey,
right,
Chris Hope. Chris Hope.
Young man.
Yeah, GoPro is good too.
How are you, mate?
Good, Matt. Jerry, Tim, Brother Steve, Jimbo.
Brother
What's up,
Chris,
Brother
how are
Chris?
you, sir?
Doing all
How
right.
are you feeling, sir?
I feel good today.
Good.
No stones.
No stones today.
Dude, that's horrendous. How many did you have at once?
4. The most I had at one time was probably 4, all told. Probably looks like around 9.
Ouch.
Wow. Holy.
Not 9 kids in less than a week.
Have they popped out? Have they all popped out, mate?
Yeah, only one put me in the ER. The rest of them come out. Two hurt me, and 1 in the ER.
You guys scared the hell out of me with Matt showing the one that he had with teeth on it. Yeah, that was huge.
It looked like a Bucky Beaver almost.
Like a big old tick.
That was a tick, absolutely a tick. Exactly right.
Big old cow tick.
And as it's coming out, it's just grinding its way out like a freaking tunnel digger.
Come on, man.
Matt tastes too good. Let me stay.
I had one at work, and I pissed it out like coffee grounds. It was just a mess.
God, you're gonna need lube for that.
Oh, shit.
I'll tell you what, I'd be shooting lube in there.
Well,
the size of these things that these guys are showing.
This
Mr.
stops it. This stops it.
Yeah, well, I'm becoming alcohol with red wine, man.
That doesn't stop mine, mate, because what red wine does is actually up my uric acid, which causes the stones.
There's 3 different kinds. Yeah, the coffee and the acetic acid. Yep.
Preach it, Matt. That's exactly what happened to me.
Yeah.
What causes it? Just acetic acid or what?
It's just the collection of it in the kidneys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, there's calcifiers and all sorts of stuff that cause it. Mine is a uric acid. My body can't process uric acid correctly, and it all depends on. And I'm shocking with water too. I should drink a lot more than I do, and that dilutes the acid within your blood. But and then of course I have beers and red wines and all. I don't help myself. So. I went through a stage there where I was getting gout just about, once every 2 weeks because I was just, I'm fucking 19 again. No.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. I know what you mean.
So I did run into a bit of trouble there.
Mike was just saying hi in the chat there. So.
Hey,
yes,
Brian.
I do still have it, Mr. JRCs. I still have it. I showed it on the live stream with Jim.
Brian?
I held it up in front of the camera.
I remember that. That was shocking. Was that on Lloyd's stream last night that he was showing those? He showed about 5 or 6 in the toilet bowl.
That was in a white paper cup.
Oh, okay.
That I had poured them in so you could get the contrast to see the difference.
His collection cup.
Everything that was in that cup was a stone.
Jesus.
Mr. Gary, you doing all right, buddy?
Doing great.
Cheers.
Tired of being locked up, but we're doing all right.
Move to Texas, man. We'll let you out.
Oh, I know.
He lives in California. We just go out.
Look at this. I never saw your creation.
we did. I know. We just wave hello with a middle finger to our governor if we see him anywhere.
I'm getting on here kind of late, Jim. I want to talk about Rick right quick. I wanted to tell y'all the best thing I ever got from Rick. That was his friendship. It was unspoken and didn't cost a dime to mail it. Didn't cost him a penny. It didn't cost me a penny. His friendship was the best thing I ever got from him.
Yeah.
And
Amen, Chris.
I talked to a bunch of you guys off and on through the week, through the month, I don't get to talk to everybody. I get to see like Gary and Tim in the chats. And Gary, I apologize. I can't get on your stream because I'm still working at 11 o'clock in the morning. It's 12 o'clock your
Well,
time.
I moved it to 12, so you can come and visit me for lunch.
I'll try to do my best. But yeah, it's his friendship was pretty special.
Yeah.
It was.
I think we can all learn something from Rick.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's just to be kind.
That's it.
His
If
kindness.
the whole world take a little dose of that, man, you talk about being a whole lot better off.
Absolutely.
But anyway, that's enough of the sad part, because Rick sent me a text about 2 weeks ago and he said, "You win." And I said, "What did I win?" And he sent me a picture. He'd shaved his beard off.
Yeah, he shaved.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I said, "Well, actually, Bob Casey's a winner because his goes down to his belly button."
I had put those pictures that he sent on the Facebook group that we have, and I thought some people who don't know the inner sanctum would think that that was kind of rude because they were the hospital pictures. But Rick actually said, share them. He said, make sure Matt and Harry get a copy of them because he wanted to show that he had finally gotten clean shaven and all that.
Got his baby face back, what I told him.
I like the comment that Steve put in there. What it was you, Steve, wasn't it? Uncle Fester.
Yeah.
I got a chance to talk with him. He sent me that, and I got on the phone with him, and I was busting up laughing. And I go, "Rick, are you Uncle Fester's new body double?" And he started laughing, and that made my day, hearing him laugh.
Yeah.
Do you know what? And I looked at it last night, February 13th, on my live stream. We watched, for Jim's benefit, Team America, right?
Yeah.
And with the puppet scene where they're going at it. Now, we were cracking up. Now, Rick was in the chat and he's laughing his ass off. And one of his comments was, "I'm alive again," or "I'm alive," or something like that, because he was just laying there, wasn't doing anything. And he was crying, laughing. I ended up, he wanted the link, so I gave him the link, and then he started showing the nurses. And he showed all the nurses and all that were coming through, and they were cracking up as well. He had a ball that night. It was fantastic, mate. Absolutely fantastic.
I remember that.
I passed that airliner video on to him. Remember the airline bathroom video?
Yeah, I remember that.
He liked that too.
I'm sure he did.
Why don't you put it on your live stream now, Jim?
Yeah, I think I won't. Tim, I got to thank for that. You made a lot of people happy, Tim. With
That was a good. That was a good.
And doubled sales of Chuck's super wipes after that.
Oh my God! Talk about clean up in aisle 5. That was incredible.
Wasn't it?
You leave that for posterity.
Hey, is Bob Casey still in the chat?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
He is?
Oh.
Okay.
I want to say something, Bob. Rick really enjoyed when you came on the live stream I had, because he had not seen you before, and he texted me and said, "Oh, it was so great to see you." I just wanted to mention that. Sorry, Matt.
You're right, mate.
Take it away, bro. I'm going to get coffee.
The infamous Bob Casey.
Bob,
the bearded one.
That was Bob asking the question about not putting a drone in, and you wanted to have a chat, did you, in front of the camera? Is that what you were on about? I think it was you. Yes, I think it was. If that's the case, man, well, that's fine. Absolutely fine. But it's got to be sort of restricted to like 10 seconds. Otherwise, I'm just going to run out of room.
Yep.
The thing is with the droning and everything, what they're doing is that, they're sending it, some go for like 15, 16, even some are 18 seconds, but I just put in my speed points and it's a 10-second clip. So it goes speeding up, and I can't speed. If you're talking, I'm not going to speed that up.
Well, now we know how to make this video real long. Today is
Yeah, that sounds like a phone call with Tim, to be honest.
Oh, come on.
Hey, Matt.
Yes, mate.
Matthew.
Yes, mate.
How many have you got sent to you so far? How many clips you got?
Okay. I'll have a look. I've got it up here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6.
Hopefully we make the globe, like all around.
14.
14? I'll have mine tonight.
Yeah.
I'm hopefully getting a break in this weather today, and I can get it.
I'm hoping to get to you by Friday.
Yeah.
I'm cutting off Friday half day, no matter what. I'm going to get down to the harbor, if ands or buts, because I'll just tell you what I want to do is get a shot of the harbor with a drone he shot to where it gets a picture of the whole harbor for Rick, because he loved the pictures of the harbor.
Nice.
Good on you, Bob. Yeah, mate, send it through, brother.
See, I've never done a droney before. I never used them quick shots, and this is going to be fun off of my veranda.
I haven't either.
Just pull the stick back and go off.
Well, I want to do is get it hover there for about 2 seconds, enough to go like that, and then send it off.
Yeah.
Manually, because I'm not used to the quick shots. So.
Mike did a good one. He asked me for my comment of it, Mike Roche, and I think it was great with him how he set it up and bidding adieu to until we see again.
Yeah.
That's right, mate. Yeah, I got that file this morning. That's in there, ready to rock and roll. That's all done. As I said, I've edited it all. Everything that comes in just goes straight to the timeline. Takes me 2 seconds. It's not hard. I'll just put maybe a fade between them, and that's it.
Yeah.
Something else that I did, just so you know, and it's available to everybody, is you can go back into your analytics and go to comments and filter them. And I filtered them by Rick Halbur and just read back all of his comments on my videos.
Oh, you can.
Everything was positive, and just brought back so many memories of Rick. So
you can filter them. I didn't know you could filter them.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah. Gary, one thing, and bringing that back up, because I remember you talking about it during your stream today. That is one thing, has to do with what Chris said. If I get emotional, I apologize.
You're all right, brother.
His friendship
you're good.
will never be replaced by anybody. I'm sorry, guys. His friendship will never be replaced by that man. He has taken a place out of my heart and my life.
Yep.
And he gave so much to this community. And his comments were always supportive. He boosted it. Anybody that was, all of us in here and chat and on the panel, he was always that spark that would give you that impetus to do a little bit better. And to keep on going and give you that. No matter how bad it was, no matter how good it was, he always was one to sit there and give you a boost and give you support.
He really was.
Yeah, true that, Steve. Yeah,
Preach it, Steve.
And as I say, he is because everything time I'd write it wants to say gentleman. He is the most kindest and gentle man I've ever known.
Yeah, you got that, mate. You got that, man. And don't worry, you're not the only one to have shed a tear over this.
Yeah.
So you're not.
And have a bit of anger too. It angered me because we were talking, Steve and Ron and I were talking just the day before he passed. We were talking about him.
Yeah.
Hey, I haven't heard from Rick in the past 6 days or whatever. The last time I talked to him was February 28th. And I think that might be the day he went back into the hospital, right? Does anybody? I don't know for sure, but.
Yeah, it was just shortly the day after that, I think. Because I know that Lloyd called me up to tell me, well, so did Chris, that he had heard that, or did I tell you, Chris? I don't remember if I told you. Maybe it was Lloyd that told me they went back to the hospital.
Yeah, we've talked so much about it. I know the phone call I got from you, Steve, last Friday. And then it may have been even before Rick's sister sent me a message in Messenger.
Yeah.
And Chris had texted me, and I didn't get a chance to text you back, Chris, because Steve called me on Messenger, and that's as soon as we started talking about it, and that Lloyd had found out from.
Yeah.
Actually, Lloyd had gone trying to contact the family to see what was up.
Yeah, and Lisa had contacted him.
Right.
And I had spoken with Chris earlier. It was probably about not even an hour, an hour. And because you told me you were going to lunch, and Lloyd called me, and I just sat here at this desk, and I cried. And I go, I'm going to have to get a hold of Chris, and and telling all of us in the group that we always communicate with, and then getting it out. And I said, well, the quickest way to do it, I'm going to start writing something on Facebook, and that's when I put my Facebook post out there. And I talk with Lloyd, and he goes, oh, please do. And then I said, one of the toughest calls I'm going to have to make right now is right back to Chris to tell him, I haven't heard, and I know he's going to be with some people having lunch. And when I told him that it was dead silence from Chris. And it was just like, because you were eating lunch, I know, with your friends at that time, correct?
Yeah, we was at the dinner table having. Actually, we was probably eating something that Rick liked to eat. We was having fish.
Oh, okay. And then I started making the phone calls to everybody, or getting hold of everybody by Messenger, and putting the post out on Facebook and on Twitter. I didn't put it on Twitter till afterwards, because I know a lot of us are in the group, or a lot of us are on Facebook, so it was a quicker way to get a hold of a lot of people. And it's not a way you want to tell people. It's like you want to be able to talk with that person one-on-one to share what you found out.
You don't want to just drop the bomb. Yeah.
Yeah, and unfortunately,
it was very unexpected, because he shared a lot of the same things. My mother was a type 1 diabetic, and my mother did not take care of herself. She did not eat correctly. It's the old, well, I'll just take my insulin later type of situation. And you guys who are diabetics know what I'm talking about.
You bet.
And, the first to go was her eyesight. Then her feet went. And she would have the legs blow up and start weeping. Rick had all of these things going on. Yeah. And when I look back in my Messenger, as I did, because I don't know if you all did this too, back when I went to Vegas over a year ago, Rick had told me that his kidneys were only working at 20% at that time. So he made it a whole year before going on dialysis. He really didn't want to go on dialysis. Yeah. And the only thing I can tell you from my own mother, taking care of my own mother, was that after dialysis, you are just drained. Yeah. Physically and mentally drained. It's exhausting.
Yeah, he told me he didn't much care for it.
No, not at all.
Kicked his tail.
You have to do it 3 times a week, too.
Yeah. Now, this is a good one, Jody Jones shots. Anybody heard from Jim Wallace? That's another one that we used to see all the time. I haven't seen Jim in probably 3 or 4 months.
Right.
Yeah. He started coming back on, I know, which was good to see him. And then all of a sudden, like you say, he's kind of like.
I had emailed him, and he said something about his throat, but then I never heard from him, since then. So
very, very true, Mike Roach. Very true.
And you know who else was Rick, who used to be Starcop? Remember Starcop? Where'd he end up? I haven't seen him in a year.
Who's that, Gary?
Remember Starcop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Rick.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a year.
Sure. He started off doing the trains, right? Yeah. He had a train collection, and that's how I met him, through that. And then He would do the one-on-one. He would just talk to the camera like a vlog type of thing. Star Cop. He changed it to Star Cop, and then he just went off.
Yeah.
I didn't know anybody who was friends with him, so there was nobody to ask.
I think he used to show up in Canadian Drone Hub and places like that.
Yeah,
and that's how he got
where I saw him last.
Got over there, and then he started to get into the trains, and then he just kind of disappeared. I don't know what happened there.
And one thing I know Rick didn't share, and I know he wouldn't mind it now to come out, is Rick had a lot of other health conditions going on. He also had heart conditions. He had respiratory conditions. He was a diabetic, and I'm a type 1 diabetic, so I know I can talk. I've had it for coming on 40 years. Yeah. And there's a gentleman down in San Diego, and I pray to God their company comes through. If you ever want to know about something, if you have somebody that's in the family that's a diabetic, it's called ViaCyte, and they're in San Diego. They have created a capsule that isolate cells can be put into, and it can be embedded in the body. They're on their 3rd clinical human trials. They're doing it now in the United States. Before, God love the Canadians, they were able to do it up in Canada. They did 2 studies, and they will not release whether it is. But I can't really say, and I know, but there are people that are no longer diabetic.
Wow.
The isolate cells have regenerated their pancreas.
What a breakthrough.
And what it is, it's a capsule. So when the isolate cells are inside, they're able to come out and start regrowing the pancreas, not regenerating, but growing a actually new pancreas cells. But what it does is it stops the white blood cells from attacking and killing off the isolate cells. So it's a one-way capsule. It lets them out, but won't let anything in to protect them. And unfortunately, it's a terrible thing to say, but the doctor, I've been following them for years since they've ever came out. Diabetes, quote unquote, a disease waiting for you to die because it attacks every major organ. It attacks your kidneys, your heart, your liver, everything. It's a terrible disease. Eyes, I know. I've had 3 retina detachments.
My mother actually did that laser surgery, Steve.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
She was scared to get the second eye done, but she got the first eye done. She had a pacemaker for AFib. She had the full-blown weeping, all this stuff. I mean, Steve, you've regulated yours carefully and all that, but the people who don't, I won't go into it. But the pancreas has this little tiny thing in it called the Isle of Langerhans, which is the only thing in your body that issues the insulin. So if they can make that kind of breakthrough, that's amazing.
Yeah, it is. And unfortunately, like I say, Rick had his heart problems, circulation problems, and obviously the respiratory problems fall right behind that. So having diabetes is just like throwing fuel on the fire when you do have those types of health problems. And then with the kidney problems, diabetes is just like, okay, throw the gas on the fire. We're going to help you here. And
remember when Rodney Bell was going through? Rodney hey man, I'd stress too, but Rodney had to go for first the catheter, the cardiac cath, and then the bypass.
Right.
And Rick had been through that, so Rick was, talking to him about that and tried to chill him out, because, that's scary as hell. We're getting older. We're not 20 anymore. Lord knows I'm 3 times that number. But anyway, like Mike Roche says, even though we chat, we really don't know what the other person's going through.
Yeah.
I have no idea what the other person is dealing with, even though we chat. That's true.
No.
And you guys don't know. The reason I was panicking when I was getting the shooting in my kidneys is because I'm on morphine for my back surgeries. So when I feel the pain, I'm like, well, what would a normal human being feel? So that's why I was asking Chris and Matt, what do you feel when you have kidney stones? You know what I mean? Because I don't feel normal pain.
Plus 20 on a scale of 1 to 10, plus 20.
Yeah, it's
It's
horrendous.
called, like I said, Chris gave childbirth to 9 children all in 4 days. It's the closest thing to childbirth a man will experience. 3 days.
No, one put me in the ER. That was the bad one, and the other 2 I took care of at the house.
Yeah.
I've had a whole orphanage. I've had an orphanage.
I looked them up on YouTube on the medical site, and the one with all the spikes on it. Oh my God, I can't imagine having that one. The one you showed, Matt, had the filing, the teeth.
Yeah, mine had the Muppets teeth on it, which as it rolled out, it was just taking skin with it.
Starting to get that pain again.
But it seared over, didn't it, Matt?
It what? Sorry.
It seared over, didn't it?
Yes, mate. Yeah.
That's got to be a hard place to recover. You know.
I've got calluses in my
yeah.
In my
okay. Yep.
Past so many of them, it's just nothing now.
Good God.
Did it make you bleed, Chris?
Sir?
Did it make you bleed?
Yes. The one Saturday afternoon did.
Yep. And that was bleeding from the kidney to the bladder?
No.
Oh.
No, just out the end of the wormhole.
Wow.
After you'd passed the stone through there.
Through the
urethra. Okay.
Damn.
Yeah,
usually
it tore on the way out.
Usually something that large would make you bleed on the way to the bladder.
You know, that's something they never checked for blood in my urine
I
at all.
didn't have to check because mine looked like Coke.
Dark, you mean?
Oh my God.
Ouch.
Because I said it took 12 months to pass, but it was just that little bit of pain just before I went to work, and I went, oh, and then it went away. And that was it, just dropping off the last bit of the end there, right? But anyway, I didn't go to the toilet, and I was at one of my drops, and I said, oh, I'll use your toilet. And I went there, Coca-Cola. I was like, oh, shit. So off I go. And that's the one where it plugged me up like a end of a champagne cork. I was peeing one minute, next minute it stopped. It was like, it sort of like jerked me. I was like, what happened here? And then over the next hour, it started to make its way out.
Oh,
fun, eh, Chris?
I don't even want to think of what they do when it gets stuck in that.
Hey, when you can hear your stream change a tone.
Yeah.
When it changes a tone, you've passed it.
Yeah.
It hits the water like a rock.
If you pass so many of them and you pee on some glasses, you can play the popcorn song.
I after you guys started talking about it, you asked Ron, I immediately switched to decaf.
I want the non-alcoholic beer.
Oh, dude!
It's a uric acid in my case. Some cases are
calcium.
Calcium.
There's three different.
I've always heard it was calcium buildup. That's what I've always heard.
A lot of it's acidic.
Different types, mate.
My
There's
sister.
3 types, right? Your
Yes.
sister had them, Chris?
My sister's had. I probably beat her this weekend, but
Called up.
hers were acidic. She used to drink orange juice by the gallon about every 3 days, and they in high school they made her get off of it. Said that's causing your kidney problems.
Oh yeah.
Too
Much
acidic.
orange, too much acidic.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, look, I'm out, guys. I gotta go finish my little video for Matt. Matt, you said it'd be an hour and 15 minutes long. Is that right?
That's correct, mate. Yeah. I'll knock it down to an hour 14 though.
Sure to like and subscribe.
We take it easy there, Spielberg.
It's good to see you, man.
Yeah, Chris, take care.
Take care, everybody, in chat.
Thanks,
I'll
Chris.
talk to you
Y'all
tomorrow,
have a good
Chris.
night.
Take
Thank you, Jim,
care.
for having me.
He's going to impersonate Chewbacca for me.
Oh man! You know the thing. Here's one thing about getting old. I was out the other day to buy a car, and I haven't bought the car yet. And you always get the little bit of pressure. You got to make a decision. You got to make a decision. I said to the guy, I said, at my age, this will probably be the last car I ever buy, and it's going to be the one I want for the rest of my life.
I'll take my time if you don't mind.
Yeah. I want to make sure this is the one I want because this is the one that's going to last me the rest of my life. About, it was be 10 or 12 years ago. I had a couple of trips to the hospital and was told that I had cancer and that they couldn't fix it. And they were going to take a biopsy to find out if there's something they could do for me. And, there was basically, they were telling me that was the end. And they did the biopsy and called me in. They took the biopsy on Friday and called me on Monday and said, yeah, you're all clear. No problems,
Oh, Jesus. So you
But
went
I'll
through.
tell you, I went out that weekend to buy shoes, and I said, I'm buying the best shoes I could find because this is the last pair of shoes I'm going to buy.
I went. I found out the hard way. You guys know I've been a paramedic for 30 years, but I found out the hard way by donating blood. Believe it or not, donating blood. That they said. They sent me a letter. Don't ever come back. You've got hepatitis C. Oh, shit, is what I said. Because they start the letter off with, you do not have AIDS. And I was like, what the hell is this? And they said, you have hepatitis C. So I went to the doctor. $1,000 a pill for that. There was $96,000 to cure it. The pill with an H. I forget the name of it already, but I got approved for it. So they took out the gallbladder, because it had calcified. I didn't know any of this shit was going on. No symptoms at all if you have hepatitis, by the way. And I had gotten stuck with a needle by one of my patients. Well, when the hell it was. You never know when it was because it could have been 10 years ago. So anyway, that's when they turned around when I had the gallbladder out and said, you've got cirrhosis of the liver. So that's why Jim doesn't drink. That's why I only drink coffee. And they didn't want to do a biopsy because they were scared it wouldn't stop bleeding because it was all scar tissue. So you never know what the hell's going on. And there's no signs or symptoms of hepatitis, by the way, guys. So I encourage anyone to give blood. They test the crap out of any blood since, it was Ronald Reagan. When the AIDS first came out in the 80s, they started testing every disease known to mankind when you give blood. So it was quite the hard way to find out. But you would not know until actually something serious was going on.
Yeah.
Hello, Mark.
On that note, I'm
Taylor
going to
Rogers is in the house. Help, Brian! You snuck in.
I just came in.
Your wig looks good. It looks adjusted properly.
I just came in to throw up all over the place. I figured it'd be better if I did it on camera.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna run a pipe cleaner up my schlong and I want to see what that feels like, man.
What?
It's very pleasurable.
Is it like you got to do it like hard or soft? Which is better?
You know what? You're putting something up there, mate. Doesn't matter if you go in hard or soft. It's gonna hurt.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen?
Adrian. Okay, everyone, be quiet for a minute. We've got a whole list of names he's got to read out.
Okay, so Steve, how you doing, Steve?
I'm doing well, sir. How are you?
What's going on, Mr. Tim?
Nothing much, buddy. How are you?
That's enough, Tim. That's enough. How you doing, Gary?
Okay, you sure
Hey,
you
if
are?
it was any better, Adrian, I'd be twins.
I understand. How you doing, Mr. B-Mac?
Hey, is this Friday night? Because this looks like Matt's show now.
Okay, whatever. Anyway. Just because they say Matt, that don't mean you have to come over here running. What is wrong with you?
Hey, already saw Matt.
Come here.
Where's my girl? Where's my girl? Hey, hey, darling. How are you?
Hi, sweetie.
Good.
Good.
How you
I wonder
doing,
how long it
lost
is
girl?
before
How you doing, Tater Rogers?
he's going to throw away in a minute.
Hello from,
The best
hello
kisses
from
in the
Canada.
world.
The only reason she came out was because of Matt.
Yeah, she heard
Not
Matt.
because,
and
not
she
because
kept
of
running over
Dad.
here. Steve, listen. The last time I seen my daughter run like that for me, she was 2 years old. She don't do that no more. But for him, she does it every time.
Saturday. I remember Saturday, the same thing.
I mean, she came flying like she's about to break her neck. And she don't even know this dude.
Oh, dear. One day she's coming out for a holiday to Australia, Adrian. Don't worry, mate. Don't worry at all because I'll let her stay at my house. So it'll save her on accommodation.
I'm assuming that my internet is crappy tonight, isn't it?
No.
No.
Oh, you look good.
It does?
At least as good as you can look.
So, God damn it, Brian.
I can read the reception's so good I can read the logo on your hat.
There's no logo.
Yeah,
and it's not an egg, that's an eagle.
it looks like Malcolm X.
No.
Oh, that's a spell
Malcolm X can eat that.
checker for the voting booth.
Malcolm X can eat that. This is an eagle.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you see the eagle?
That's the head right here.
Yeah.
No,
You
for
do
real.
it,
This
mate.
is an eagle.
Mm-hmm.
See?
I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
Who made that? To make it
Dude,
look
I
like
don't
an
know
eagle?
who made it, Steve. I just like it. I don't know.
Steve's is closer to an eagle than what yours is.
But shut up, man. So, by the way, hey, Steve.
This is wings.
Hey, Steve. Steve, I fixed the problem with my computer.
I take it.
Okay, so remember when I was telling you this was the piece that I was using right here?
Yeah.
And this piece is a USB Type C. What happened is that where I plugged it in, that's only for data, the videos and pictures. It's not for the Ethernet, even though it has the little Ethernet port in here, but it's not working. So I bought me a different one, connected it to the USB port, and I was working just fine.
So he had the wrong dongle.
Yes, exactly. There you go. That's the word I'm looking for. I
Now
thought it
he's
was
fading
booty, but it's
again.
ankle.
I'll
Thank
tell you what,
V-Mac.
Brian, you keep your own dongle ding-a-ling and we'll let Adrian keep his and hopefully it'll work.
I'm gonna step out, guys. I gotta get myself a drink and whatnot. We'll let Jim back in. So everybody have a good night. Thank you so much for the tribute.
care, Corey.
I'll have something for you in the next day or two, Matt.
Yeah, cool. Thanks, mate. Good on you.
Okay.
Cheers, mate. Bye-bye.
Be kind.
Are you doing it?
Gary.
Are you going to send me a file, Adrian?
Thanks, Gary.
So what now?
You're going to send. You're going to send me a file, Adrian?
Yes, as soon as I gave Jim a thumbs down for the stream.
Harvoni was the pill I was talking about.
I'm about to give Jim a thumbs down on the stream. Give me a minute.
Who cares, Adrian? Just give me 10 thumbs down. It's not like I'm making anything off of YouTube, Google, whatever it is.
Hey, Jim, by the way, I don't appreciate you ignoring my calls.
What calls?
See, there you go again with the bullshit.
What are you talking
There you
about,
go
man?
again. I called you.
When did you call me?
I've called you several times.
What did you call him?
Including today.
That was what I was thinking, Brian.
I mean, come on. That's why I didn't answer you.
Oh, he did call me. 7:01 p.m. tonight.
No shit, you jackass. I know I did.
Hey, even you're right there next to the fake calls. See the 202 number? All the spam. These are all the spam calls I get. Constant friggin' spam.
And he was on the air at that time, Adrian.
That
Do
was
you
7.
expect him to answer a phone call when he's live?
No, it was 7, Steve.
That
My
was,
bad.
way before, that
7:01.
was way before he went live.
59 minutes ahead of
My
time.
7 o'clock. He's on.
Whoa. Hold on. I want to say hi to Robert Glazier. How you doing, Ed? Night Train, Bob Casey. Lord the Grumpy Grubber. How you doing, Grumpy Blogger? Recovery One Drone. Who else? Lost Girls. Who else is in here? I'm missing anybody? Taylor Rogers. Thomas Ariel. How you doing, man? Who else? Ray Kelly. How you doing, Chief?
Yeah, pretty good, bud.
I said Ray Kelly, not the Rooter.
The
Whatever.
Rooter.
Oh, excuse me.
Mr. JRC.
Excuse me. We have
I'm still reading names, Steve.
We have a very important announcement to make and wish somebody a very happy St. Patrick's Day in Ireland. It is St. Patrick's Day.
Tomas.
Happy
bear.
St. Patty's Day, baby.
Is he in the chat? I haven't seen him in the chat.
Happy Taco Bell Day.
Yes, Tomas is here.
Is he? Oh, there he is. Yes.
Happy Taco Bell to you.
Here we go.
Adrian, can you lose that Irish accent on what you just said? I couldn't
I
quite
said
understand.
Happy Taco Bell to you.
Taco Bell.
Got it.
Yes. He's Irish. Taco Bell.
Yeah. Taco Bell's very Irish, isn't it?
How you doing, Jody? John Shaw, how you doing, man?
Right. Via Mexico. Yeah.
You're welcome. Welcome to the Adrian Mateo Drone Show, aka Jim's Above and Beyond Nothing. How you doing?
Above and Beyond Nothing.
Nothing.
Jesus.
Adrian, are you making?
What do you want to know about Matt now? What do you want? Do you want to go to bed?
Hey, don't talk to your daughter like that.
Rude.
He threatens to go to bed.
You're going to have some whoop ass done to you, sir.
I like
You
her.
keep on talking to your daughter like that. There's
How you
a
doing,
few
Mike
of us
Roach?
around the world that are going to be traveling.
Oh my god, I love it.
Oh Lord. Hey Matt.
Hey, darling.
Needy.
Baby, you know he's not the only one there, right?
Yeah.
Matt is not the only one. There's other people there.
He's the only one that counts.
Hey, guess what she said? She said, I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Matt who?
I know he's not there no more. See, Jim kicked him out. I told you Jim was mean.
We got Jimmy Jones, we got Matt.
That was cold, Jim.
Needy.
See what they do
Wow,
to me,
Jim,
darling.
wow. Which one's Jim?
Like they treat me so terrible.
Hey,
Hey,
Grumpy
boy, how are ya?
Blogger. Grumpy Blogger, hold on. Wait a minute. I didn't even have your email. I finally have it now. That's my excuse.
Top of the morning to you.
Hey, Adrian.
Jimmy Jones.
Adrian, have you ever asked us for his email address?
So what now?
Who?
I said, have you ever asked us for his email address?
I actually got it. He gave it to me. He was on
No,
my show
I'm
last
asking
week.
you. Don't come up with excuses.
Mike Envy in the house.
Oh
Have
shit!
you ever asked us for
Listen,
his
I won't be
email
able to get a
address?
word in. I won't be able to get a word in. Mike is in the house.
So,
I tried.
Matt, I have this
Hi,
clip
Mike.
of an eagle taken off of the river of a house that I was painting on not long ago. I could probably pull a clip out of that real quick, and you can get that eagle taken off of the ice or whatever and throw in there. If you want.
If you want to, mate. If you want to.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll get a chance to get out and fly in the next. It's like 30 degrees and 20-mile-an-hour winds around here, so I've been trying to fly for days and can't get out.
Yeah. No, that's all right, mate. Whatever you got, man, I'll whack it in there.
I figured that eagle would be a good little clip, though.
Yeah, make sure you put your name there and whatever, or your channel name or whatever, in there, and and your location too, so I can send it off to the tax.
What the heck was that?
What's the matter, Adrian? You trying to say something?
He got bored again, real quick.
No, my back is bothering me from that accident. My back never stopped hurting.
You were an accident. Yeah,
From Brokeback Mountain, it's hurting him. Still hurting him from that.
Somebody kick Jim out, please. Thomas Ariel, happy Taco Bell Day. Love you, buddy.
That was an accident about 40 years ago, Tim.
Yeah. I thought it was Happy Pint Day. Wait, give me a pint, eh?
How you doing, mate?
How you doing, Mike?
You
Good, man.
wanker.
You don't even know how to say wanker.
Dude, I put that Raspberry Pi system together, and dang it, if I didn't forget to buy some XT60s, being a drone builder, I thought I had some. Yeah. And I've been building drones this winter, and I'm like, oh shit, I don't have any. I got almost all together, and I need XT60 connectors.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey Ed, he put them on a boat and sent them all to Australia, mate. That's what happened.
Yeah, he did. We got them all. Jesus, I just found another one the other day.
Yeah, there's plenty out there. Doesn't look like a snake.
Doesn't that look like fun, Tim? Can't wait to build one of those, huh?
No. I'm waiting. I got the schematic, but I'm waiting.
It was a little interesting. I still got to finish connecting. I got to adjust the voltage regulators and like that, and then flash the firmware for the Raspberry Pi, and then it should be good. But,
is that for Octopi so you can see?
Yeah, that's to do the Octopi on the print. Yep. Yep.
Is Tim doing that?
He's got the schematic for it, but he hasn't started building one yet.
He's got like
Edge is the one that's helping me do it. Edge FPV's helping me.
Sean,
he's got two of them going so far on that.
Get another one.
He'll be helping me too.
he's our main Octopi
Get a red
guy.
shirt and get your red white shoes to get away tomorrow.
Anything Edge is good for. Adrian, I'm sorry, man. We're trying to have a show over here, dude. Could
we're
you
trying to
mute
talk
while
about
you're talking
stuff,
to your
mate.
children for us, please? Thanks, buddy.
I'm talking to my son.
Edge is our guy for like Pi anything. He's building like game consoles with like 3,700 games on that you can hook up to your TV with the remotes and everything. All that in a 3D printed box, and yeah, all your old games like Pac-Man. Yeah, exactly. There you go.
I printed about 4 of these. Now all I got to do is fill them up.
Now you got to do is build the system. That's the trick of it, the Pi.
I got everything. All I got to do is put the order in, and yeah, she's a go.
Hey, Adrian and Mike, have you guys interacted much with Rick Halbur?
I've talked with them here and there. I interacted with them for years and years and years in chat, but I've never like interacted on a personal basis and never sent anything back and forth. But he was always there in chat, and he was always like, hey, he was like making sure to say hi and all that kind of thing. He was always reaching out to everybody in the FPV, and I know that he had a lot of influence, and he reached out to a lot of people to help other people. So he was a great guy in my book, that's for sure. And that's why I was talking with Matt about sending at least a little clip of a video or whatever, because he did make an influence on me. He was a great guy, and even in the hospital, and when he was struggling, he was still there to support everybody. So I mean,
I didn't talk a lot of FPV with him, but apparently he had a bunch of those.
That was back and forth. I think when I started really getting to talk to Rick Halbur and chat and whatnot and get to know him more, he was already back into his trains and stuff like that because of health and whatnot. But
when it comes to me, Jim, again, I didn't talk to him on the phone like I talked to you, Steve, and some of you guys. But when it comes to my videos, man, he always give me, a good comment.
He's always there.
Yeah, and if I screw up in any kind of way, shape, out of form, he will make sure that he'll let me have it and be like, Agent, stop doing that. Don't do that. That's why I'm not watching that video because you did X, Y, and Z. No, for real. He will let me know. And another thing is, anytime I did my show, he's always on the chat. Every single time. Or if I'm in somebody else's chat like yours, I'm stream like yours, and I'm in the chat, he will make sure that he will say, hey, Agent, how you doing? At least once.
Yep, exactly.
He will make sure that he will make sure that he let it know that, that he know I'm here. Let me put it this way.
Adrian, we all love letting you know when you screw up. We all do that.
Yeah. on a like 10-minute basis.
That's the fun of having friends on here, right?
Yeah.
We make fun of each other. We have a great time doing it.
And I keep telling you guys,
internet programs, and YouTube really has been probably one of the biggest influential type programs that I've been on with meeting people around the world. I mean, I've been on Pal Talk where it was video chat programs and you were talking with people around the world, but I've met a lot of people on the internet, but it's not on the same level that we seem to connect in the drone community and whatnot, you know, because we're talking so much that we're interested in at the same time, whereas these other ones are just talking about life or hanging out or whatever, you know. So to me, this has been a big community for me, and you know, Rick Halbur's always been a big part of it, all the way from the drone network, you know, at Canadian Drone Hub, all that stuff. That's where I met him, is hanging out with Roger and Chris and all them before the big split ups and all that kind of crap that go on. And so,
hey, Mike, I don't know what crack cocaine you're on tonight, but I was about to say something just like that. Not exact words, but something like it. I actually met him the first time I talked to him. Remember, Jim, when you used to do the sunrise videos? You know, remember Jim when you used to do sunrise? Yeah, and then it was you. No, I think it was like Drum Bum, Philly, you, Rodney. That's when I started talking to him. And that was what, like 2 years ago?
That's 2 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. And since then, he became a friend, just like that.
Whose was that?
That was
that yours, Tim?
What?
That noise.
No.
I don't know.
That was Brian Mack. He farted. See how he laughing?
No, that's what happens when I go nude.
It's not my chair. What was it?
Was there a whip bird? Was there a whip bird outside your window?
Yeah, sorry. Yep.
Okay.
That's
Do you know what?
That's a bird?
Yeah. That's the for me, that's the sound of the Australian bush and a kookaburra. Both of those.
Okay, whatever, Matt. Hey, Tim, I got a question for you.
Did
you know they're coming out with a new Maverick?
So Maverick? Yeah.
They're coming out with a new Maverick. Did you know that?
But I don't believe it.
They're coming out with a new Maverick. Listen to me.
Yeah,
it's
I
called
think
bullshit.
he goes back to the top of the gun school or something.
The new Maverick
like
is called bullshit.
Since they haven't made a Maverick
wait,
yet,
no, they already put
this
that
will be
one
the
out,
first
didn't
one.
You know, Matt's going to change my name to Tim DJI Jackson very shortly.
Yeah, I am.
No, why? Because it's not even Maverick, it's Mavic. There's no Maverick drone.
Yeah, it's Maverick FPV for sure.
That was well and truly pointed out on that video that I made.
Yes, it was.
Ben called it a Maverick as well.
Yes, he did.
I think that's the new FPV drone they came out with, though, Adrian.
Hey, Matt,
it's
prone to crash.
Well, they've had the advance.
Jimbo, Arts just sent you a video, mate. So,
Yep.
Well, I'm talking to Jim about the video. Oh, well, that's what I'm talking about. If you just listen.
No, you said Jim.
Yeah, because he sent it to Jim.
I see. He sent me the email. Yeah, I did.
So obviously, he didn't read that message very well.
Matt,
he read the first word.
Jim a video clip of you.
Stop saying that.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah.
My daughter keeps saying that I'm being rude because I'm talking about Matt.
Yeah, sentences sometimes are a little hard to decipher.
You are. Your daughter is correct.
Don't diss me, brother.
Listen to your daughter.
They're supposed to be bigger on grown-ups, mate.
You son of a bitch.
Damn.
That was a low blow, man. That was a low blow.
that was a good one. Damn good.
That was low.
Just calling Johnny on the spot.
Brian Mac, welcome to the party. Stop sleeping.
Oh my god. So you ever notice?
Some fast with response.
You ever notice with Rick's gifts? You think that he wasn't listening, but every little thing, like Matt said with his SD cards one day in a chat. One day about 9 months ago, I said that I had a collection of Steins, and that's what he bought me.
Yep. And
it was a personal thing. It was never anything that. It was more of a personal type thing.
Absolutely.
You know
And
what I
plus,
mean? You find
drank a
something.
lot.
Oh, somebody needs something. I'm here to help.
And you know,
Somebody
Mike,
wants something or like something. I'm here to help.
what you were saying before, Mike, is right. We've learned so much from each other. If I don't know something now, I know who to turn to.
Right.
You know what I mean? And Mike, I know you personally made a bunch of crap on your 3D printers for people that you don't talk about. You don't ring your own bell.
Nope.
I know you've helped out.
Yeah, I don't try to do anything towards like 3D printing and like that. I'm not looking to make money. Most of the prints are somebody else's designs and shit. I'm not trying to make any money off of that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Really, if you go to Thingiverse and you download a file, it says on there, please, abide by the user, and give them some kind of cut or something, I'm not like that. I'm like, if somebody needs a print, they can find it. I'll print it for them. And, Yeah.
I just saw your name.
You're talking about that, and you were bringing. Oh, there now he's got his.
He got his hat
on. There you go, Mr.
the name
Cool.
of him.
Yeah, thanks, Brian.
There you go.
When you were bringing Rick into that, and that was one of the things, is he was, being supportive and everything. And one of the funniest days of all, I won't bring up the person's name because I've disassociated myself from him, but it was a birthday party that was on. Lloyd was on, Rick was on, and Rick, would always be in chat, and he very rarely come up. And this is during his health here. Oh, Mike, that's great. One of your mic's muted. You're muted, Mike. We can't hear you, Mike. You're muted.
My wife said she was digging in the closet and said tomorrow St. Patty's Day I should wear my wig.
There you go. But Rick came on the panel on the show. It was a birthday roast for me. And I'll tell you one thing, that man could come off with zingers off the wall and just catch you totally off guard. He'd be sitting there nonchalant, kind of like a Peter Carroll. He'd be sitting there, and then all of a sudden, bam, a zinger would come out, and he would just sit there the whole entire time through the show. And just
You didn't even know he was there because he was so quiet in chat. Yeah, totally.
It was one of the days I woke up the next morning, my stomach was in knots from laughing so hard for almost 2 hours straight.
That was an impromptu roast too, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I'm not going to mention the name. You know who it is. So.
Yeah. We had fun on that one, boy. That was insane.
And to my expense, and I loved it.
That's the thing about us. We even when we get off these things, we all still talk, after we stop the YouTube. And Rick would be there sometimes, and he was so appreciative of everyone helping him out, and he would help you out. I didn't know he was into the Tiny Hawks as much as he was, Matt. I didn't know he knew any of that crap. I thought he was started with the Phantoms, but no.
He did.
Yeah, I actually saw a video. I watched Dan's live. I think it was yesterday or whatever it was. Anyway, he put a link in the chat about one of his first flights. He had I think it was a Hubsan something or other, crappy freaking drone. Anyway, that's his first video. It's like this, the camera, and Rick was flying it around. Anyway, he lost it. He got it about 2 or 3 days later. Someone picked it up and gave it back to him. But he took off in his car, going to look for it. He had no idea where he was because he took off in the other direction to go find his drone.
Oh, man.
And he was flying over the highway and doing all sorts of shit.
It's where they were building that shopping center and they didn't know where the hell it went to. And it ended up right back almost where he was at.
Yeah, because he didn't hit his GPS. It had a GPS on it apparently, and apparently he had to actually activate that or hit to set a home point, which he didn't do. And then we all know what those drones are like. Those cheapies. If you're not got it in anything other than standard,
you're lucky it comes back to begin with.
It's going to take it. It's going to take it with it. You've got to have an angle to fight that wind, and I don't know if he was doing that because it seemed to be floating all over the bloody joint. Yeah.
Hey, Jim, thank you for having me, man. Thank you for the invite. Fellas, I'm about to go to bed.
Oh, good on you, mate.
All right,
I'll
Adrian.
see you guys later, man.
Thanks
All
for
right,
stopping
take
in,
care, brother.
Adrian.
Bye,
Good night,
man.
everybody in the chat. Good night.
See you, darling. Bye-bye.
Take care,
Take care,
sweetheart.
Adrian. Bye, youngin. She said good night, Uncle Matt.
Oh my
That
god.
was the best. That was the best cane pull off stage, Jim. Yet.
Take care,
Damn
Mike.
bushed.
Take care, Mike.
Good night, Mike. Thanks very much for coming on, Michael.
Thanks, Rex. Thanks for the file, Mike. Good on you, buddy.
Take
Hey,
care,
Matt,
Mike.
it's available. It's available.
It is?
Yep.
On
Jump,
Thingiverse?
dude. Jump,
Yeah,
mate. Jump.
Getting it.
Where is it?
Sweet.
Where is it, mate?
It's in Brisbane. What does he say?
Well, they're selling a drone?
Yeah, he's picking up a Mavic Pro. He wanted to know if I wanted to sell mine, so I put the feelers out of who's going to sell what, and I've just sent him a
Are you going to sell
good
yours?
one.
Oh, there you go.
No, Matt wants to pick one up.
Oh,
No, Tim does, mate. Tim.
Tim.
Yeah.
well, I was going to say because Matt has one.
Huh?
You know,
No,
Tim
Matt
wanted to,
has one. I thought
Yeah.
Jim was confusing me.
yeah, no, Tim,
Yeah, it was
Tim
Tim.
wanted to buy mine. No way. Didn't you love it?
I've got mine. And
Matt
I
says
love it.
we have like real close, like personal relations. I'm not giving them up.
Just
We all know how Matt is with his drones. I mean,
well, now, so it's out by Evovale.
Hey.
Welland Point. Barellen Point. Barellen.
Oh, yeah, man.
Barellen. Yeah, almost a good enough. So I sent him a message, ask him if he'll do it to Black Mountain. So
To do what now?
Mate, well, you won't get anything off it. I wouldn't be getting it mailed, mate. There's no way in hell I'd be getting it mailed.
why not?
No, shit, no. A drone in the mail,
No,
bugger
dude.
that.
I'd want to see that thing hand in hand, make
Mate.
sure, inspect it, check for cracks,
Exactly. Take
bangs,
it out.
bings, this or that. Make sure they're telling the truth, bro.
Make
That's
sure
the
the GPS works. Check the batteries. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
mate.
I
You gotta
might
make sure
even
those
fly it,
batteries are
right?
okay. If you don't do that, you're stuffed.
Yeah,
Go
I need
see
to
it.
find out.
Go see it,
Even
man.
if you're
Don't
on
ask
eBay,
him.
you can still get some money back, but you ain't going to get all your money back.
No, don't ask him, mate. Just go and have a look at it, because if you say, is it okay? He goes, of course it is. You know, no. I'd
Yeah,
go
I
and see it.
I gotta find
even
it.
my Phantom Standard, I went and saw the drone before I purchased it from the dude. I was like, no, I want it in hand. I'll do a pickup or whatever. We're not going to send nothing.
Yeah,
Even
because
if you ask for the air data records, they can always delete a bad record.
yeah, no.
You know.
I just sent him a message. I need to find a good day to come down and take a look at it.
You've got to look at them, mate. Especially second hand, you've got to look at them. You know, as I said, I've bought all my drones second hand, but I've always been there to take it out, make sure GPS locks, and I always do a test return to home, just to make sure that it knows what it's doing.
Yep.
And then test your sensors. Just put your hands up, make sure they got all that shit going on.
Yeah.
And check that gimbal on the Pro. That's for sure. Check that gimbal right over.
And make sure to videotape it so you can put up a nice little short for everyone else so that they know what to do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Got to think ahead, boys.
Hey, cheers for that. Appreciate it, everybody.
Yeah, man.
I'm going to own a lot of drones, man. I'm going to be another Mateo.
Dude, don't get into FPV if you think you're going to own a lot of drones now.
No, yeah.
Holy shit, you'll have so many on the wall by the FPV drones are cheap to build.
Yeah, I know.
Once you got the basic gear, they're cheap.
That's why I was so amazed at the price of DJIs. To be honest with you, I thought they were trying to be competitive with the FPV world, let's say.
It's still so much that you got to send back and everything else. So it's DJI.
I know.
See ya, Maverick.
Later, Maverick.
No. I don't fly FPV. I'm trying to learn.
Oh.
I was at a FPV meetup this past Saturday. Saturday. This guy had only had his DJI FPV drone 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Never flew it before, ever. Took it out for his first flight. And he couldn't believe it. By the third battery, he's handing me the stuff. You got to try this. I said, enough batteries. So by the fifth battery,
be a pretty nice drone overall.
By the fifth battery, I tried it. I'm sorry, that thing is just amazing. I'm still not getting it though.
It's supposed to be a pretty nice drone.
It is an incredible
but
ride.
It's for somebody that's into camera drones. Supposedly, according to DJI, they're spokespersons or whatever. I watched Nurk's little interview on his flight cast pod or whatever it is, the Good Flight podcast. That's what it is. So he had the DJI guy on there that actually helped, test, build this, that, and the other thing and design it. And he said it's for a guy that's into camera drones that wants to get into FPV and get that cinematic type thing and learn to start flying FPV. It's not your typical FPV drone.
No, it's
You're
not.
going to go flying it like a freestyle drone.
I've been flying a liftoff simulator, and I'm lucky if I can keep it in the air more than 30 seconds. This thing, within 2 minutes, I was 30 feet off the ground doing 60 miles an hour, just going.
It's got altitude hold, this and that, in the regular modes and whatnot. There's so much you could do with it.
Yeah,
I'm still on the verge, but there's still so many issues. I just have a feeling I'm going to smash the shit out of it myself because I know how I fly FPV.
Hell yeah.
So being a seasoned FPV kind of guy, I feel I'm going to smash it more than I'm going to be doing the cinematics. I'm going to get into the cinematics. I'm going to get carried away. That's what I feel. But I'm still I want the DJI goggles. So why not spend an extra $600 and get the whole setup?
Good idea.
Yeah, right. Actually, I'll wait for version 2. There's too many bugs with that.
And same thing with the goggles. I was like, oh man, I'll wait. Now the V2 comes out, and the V2 is supposed to be better and everything with more capabilities, and not a lot of capabilities, but cleaned up a lot. So I don't know. Still on the fence. Adam's got Plummet FPV's got a pair of DJI goggles on some drones, so that I want to get out and fly with him and see him for myself with the goggles on. I've got Orcas right now, which are pretty much your closest to the DJI goggles you're going to get as far as animal.
Love lady.
But
yeah, hello, Dennis.
I just got a pair of Cobra X ones, Sky Zone Cobra X.
Yeah.
And so far, the only way I can power them up is to hook them up to my computer. So, because I cannot find a battery for them. Actually, I found out just today, it's a vape battery. So I got to go to a vape store. And get
18650s.
Yeah, but here's the thing. That image in that Cobra is excellent. It doesn't compare to what I was looking at Saturday.
That's what my radio actually runs off as 18650s. A lot of your goggles, like your DJI goggles and whatnot, the Fat Shark, stuff like that, have mod packs that you can buy. They run those vape batteries because they can run down so much more than a LiPo type battery. They're a little bit more for better for resistance and longer lasting. So they've gone to them that way. A lot of things.
Howdy, Dennis.
That thing is huge, battery wise. It's the whole back end of the thing.
It's a big pack, dude.
Yeah,
a big pack, 6S or something like that, and it's huge, big 6S. Love lady, what's going on?
Okay, the bloke said that he'll do that. Absolutely. So
There
I
you
can go
go.
down and check it out.
Hey, Matt, can you check your email? I forwarded 2 to you.
That's a good sign too, Tim. If he's that willing to meet up, you can feel a little bit more assured that it's going to be a good drone.
Yeah, well, first he said he could make a video from it. And I was like, no, I need to check it and see if it flies right.
Yeah.
Everything works properly.
Dude, I could throw you a video from 2 years ago, and you wouldn't know the difference.
Tim, when you go there, mate, get your phone and all that sort of shit and whatever you're flying with. Now, when you go there, don't check your drone out and all that sort of shit, make sure it works, but make sure you put every single battery through that drone and check your voltages in your app and have a look at the cells.
Yeah, the resistance and stuff.
Yeah,
Make sure they're balanced. Make sure they're equal.
Make sure they're not burned up packs.
Especially a drone of that age, and he says he's only flown it twice.
Especially with the drones we've known to have bad batteries.
Yeah. Well, he said he
might have the batteries that come from that cycle or whatever that are all bad or whatever. Everybody was having problems with blowing up or this or that. So.
One thing to remember, Tim, too, is DJI does not sell their Maverick Pro batteries anymore. You will have to go to a third-party vendor.
Mm-hmm.
I'll send you the link of the one I've got, and it's been working good. Both batteries have been excellent.
Which drone is that they stopped?
The Maverick Pro.
Yeah.
Wow.
The one, not the two.
No, the original.
Yeah, the original Mavic Pro.
I watched Matt fly his, and I like it.
I bought the inner. Hold on, I'll tell you where I got it, and then you can look at it because, of course, you guys got to look at Amazon Australia.
Yeah,
it's snappy, isn't it, Tim?
Yeah, it is, man. I like it. It's very snappy.
And you know what? It's got that. And this is, I've said it in the past, whoops, where's my camera? I've said it in the past, it's a Mavic Pro. You can hear it, it's got a whistle and it's just off you go.
I did. John, I made you blue.
And now I can say that I got Air 1, I got the Air 2, I'll have the Mavic Pro, the Mavic Pro 2.
He just collected DJI.
You just like printers, huh?
They're all a little different, though. That's the nice thing.
Tim, I put the link in private chat, so that'll tell you what it is. And they've made really good. I mean, they've got high ratings here. And I bought an extra pair of the Maverick Air 2 to try them too, just for the heck of it. And they're really good. Now, in the United States, that link gets you the battery and the case for $59 US.
What the hell is going on here, Jim?
I bookmarked that too, so I don't lose it. And,
I just forwarded the emails. That's all I did.
They look like tiny, tiny files, mate. Let me have a look.
Hey, Johnny.
Well, that ain't bad.
Bless you.
Drone flyer. Oh, it must be getting late. West Coast is showing up.
What do you mean? I've been here
for the West Coast people.
Yeah, West Coast.
I've been here, Mike's.
Well, I know you're always here, though, Steve.
Johnny Drone Flyer, I think, is Louisiana.
Oh my God!
Did you get him, Matt?
Not that bad, Matt.
Yeah.
What's wrong with him?
Ray's is like 640 by 360.
Whoa!
Oh, really?
He didn't check his iPad settings.
Looks terrible. Ray, are you there, Ray?
Yeah, he's in the chat.
Okay. That file you sent me is like watching something from 1994. Even the coffin cuts through everything.
GIF in full screen on your phone.
From the shadows.
It would be from his iPad. It would be from his iPad.
Well, hopefully he's recorded it a little bit higher resolution than that, and he just hasn't rendered it correctly.
Or he may have sent it from the iPad and not from the chip.
Yeah, that's what I'm suspecting.
Oh, okay. Ray, have you got the? Oh, no. Well, he's cut a few things together, so there's more than one file there. He's got to get.
I believe what they're saying is it's operator error.
Yeah.
You need to recheck your file.
It's tiny.
From the iPad.
Look, you want to see the data rate, right? 823 kilobytes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's like Nintendo 2, I think, or is it Atari?
MS
It's
DOS.
like playing Minecraft.
No, that's from a 2009 cell phone because I have videos from that.
There you go. Yeah. So, yes, is it bad? Yes, it is bad, mate. Yep, from the iPad on iMovie. Right. Okay. Well, the file is.
You have choices on that iMovie of how you're going to output it.
Yeah. So if you can
you
change
do.
your output, mate, to higher resolution, that would be absolutely fantastic. At least 1080p, man.
Remember when Bob Casey started up? He was posting his. They were only coming out at 480p on YouTube because he was using iMovie. And right on the right-hand side, there's a selection you got to hit. It's a drop-down arrow to make it come out 1080p.
Yeah,
there's a bunch of people that had that. They're like, how do I get it up to 4K and this and that and the other thing? And didn't know they had to adjust it in the iMovie.
His is at least you got the frame rate right. That's good.
There you go.
Arts is
probably standard.
Oh, we have one
Arts is 25 frames. I guess I can pop that in the timeline. It's 1080 at 25 frames. It'll be a bit jerky, but that'll probably do.
Yeah, John, it's Halbur, Halbur.
That's studio standard 25 frames in the US.
That's right, mate. Yeah, Halbur. Oh, sorry, mate. You answered that. So.
It's 25 over there, 30 here, or 24, 97.
24, yeah.
Okay, Rick.
It's the offset here.
Dennis says, "How are you, Steve?"
I know. I'm typing back to him. Doing good. I had a really early day today. I started at 5, and so by the time I got in here, I had new storefronts put in on my project. So the guy, I got there early. He's ended up in traffic coming in from the Inland Empire. And then by the time he was done, you don't put a 12-foot storefront in just a couple of minutes when it's being built from scratch.
Isn't that just like the US to put their own standard to even video, though? That's just crazy, dude. Why can't we just be like everybody else?
Well, actually, that was in the one continent. That was Canada, the U.S., and
South America.
Yeah, the
South
North
America.
American continent, right?
Yeah. What are you showing us, Tim?
It's 0.0%. You can see it now.
Alcohol?
It's a new
Not
drop.
alcoholic beer, huh?
What is it? Great what?
Great Northern Brewing Company.
I've heard of them.
Northern Zero. It's zero. This is what I've been drinking instead. So.
I'll tell you one of the best ones. My sister lived in Germany for almost 17 years. She sang over there singing opera. And Beck's makes a non-alcoholic beer.
Yes.
I will get you the name and see if you can find it there. It is the best I've ever had.
This
non-alcoholic beers that are pretty good.
Is it really good?
Yes, it tastes just like a regular beer.
Yeah, Beck's was unbelievable. It blew me away. It was like you were drinking a regular Beck's beer.
Yeah. Oh, I'm loving it. I'm buying it by cases now.
Remember when they first came out with that? They were lying because it was like 0.5%.
It still was.
Yeah.
I remember that. That was crap.
How much is it, Tim?
This is, it's 0% alcohol.
No. How much is a case?
56 a case, about. Yeah.
Well, that's a lot. They changed our cases down from 24 beers to 18, and they call them suitcases.
Screw that. We call
It's
it
hard.
a lot.
Yeah.
Matt,
slab.
Jim, when you talk about low alcohol or next to no alcohol, if you eat 2 loaves of wheat bread straight, that's the equivalent of taking 0.5 of a hit of LSD.
What?
How do I know that?
Go get some bread. I'll be right back.
That's the craziest thing I've ever heard, Brian.
Haven't had that in 30 years, but anyway, go ahead.
No, that's it. Just 2 loaves of wheat bread will put you in Alice in Wonderland.
Wow. I never heard of that.
For about 5 minutes.
John wants to know if you got his, Matt, and you.
So what does 4 loaves do?
All right, bro. All right.
Down the wormhole.
Takes you to the matrix.
I never. Now, the bread's going to ferment. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Your body fluids will ferment the yeast and whatnot in the bread more because it's an unyeasted bread.
Yeah, especially if you get
It doesn't rise, so the yeast doesn't act. Once
you
it
get
counteracts with your body, it creates the yeast and therefore expands.
You get natural breads without preservatives in it.
Yeah. That's
How
what
the
I
hell
get.
did you find that out, Brian?
That was something I read years ago. And yeah, I tried.
You try it, I bet.
Hey, Tim, I knew something was up when what's this, about the 80s. I opened up my sister's fridge, and I saw pieces of toilet paper in there.
Yeah, little drip. Yep. They call them dots.
Dots, yeah. And I knew what that was.
Oh, yeah.
My sister didn't. I had to say, Steph, your kids, you might want to have that talk.
Yeah, very much so.
I myself have never been one to dig up cow flop for the mushrooms.
You don't have to dig it up, man. They're growing right out of this shit. But,
Yeah, usually you just go out to the field and flip over a patty.
Yeah.
Just flip over a patty and they're growing straight up out of the
I used to
ground.
put them in a Ziploc bag and let them sweat, and then take that and put it in a tea.
Or if you live near a farm, just ask to go to the bull pen and go through the manure there. The bulls are usually the stronger source. You'll get more mushrooms out of them.
Yep.
Upside down?
Testosterone's burn it down more.
But Brian's writing this down.
Mike, is that upside down or?
Yeah, you just flip them. We call them what is it? Prairie cookies.
Yeah.
Gotta try that.
Hey, Brian, stick
Just
to the
flip over a
CC
cow
9-year-old.
And don't flip it over if it's still steaming.
Yeah, if it's still steaming, it's a little too fresh. You
Stay
gotta
away.
use the old ones.
All right, how's that coming out, Matt?
Hang on, I've just cut up arts that he's put in there.
All right. John says I resent that. Oh, I resent that, Mike. Like military intelligence.
Yeah,
Oxymoron.
I was military intelligence myself. That's why we pick on it so much.
I had a friend who was in the Army. He sat in a trailer out in Fort Huachuca in, what's that, Tucson?
Arizona.
No.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Sierra Vista, Arizona.
Oh, that's hell. I was in Yuma.
Sierra Vista
Yuma
is
for
out
2 years.
out the gate. Sierra Vista.
Yeah, Jimmy Boy was over there sweating his ass off in the summertime.
I worked the flight line, so I can imagine what sitting in a stupid trailer, communications trailer, would be like. Oh, you're baking that son of a gun.
Yeah, but they're usually air conditioned because of the electronics. They have to be. They would overheat.
That's right.
Everything would go down.
That's right.
The trailers were always air conditioned when it came to communication.
Still, I was never one for even in the ambulance. If I didn't like my partner, they had to go. You know, I can't spend time with people in a small cooped up trailer like that. You're doing 12-hour shifts minimum in the military.
Can you imagine being and bringing Rick Halbur back into this? He was a cook on board a ship. Can you imagine being in a steel box in a kitchen
No way.
with air conditioning, which was crap back in those days? Yeah, I mean, he wasn't as old as I think of my poor dad, because my dad was on the original USS Fletcher, and I got to go on board of one of its sister ships in Hawaii. And I went on board that ship, and I was just in total shock. You put it even into the time that Rick would have been in and Rodney would have been in the Navy.
Right.
It's like, even so, it's still not air conditioned that we're used to.
You know something, Steve? If you've never been in the military, you don't know what the kitchen looks like. They have these huge tin pots that tip with a how do you want to call it, a winch type thing, where
Yeah.
they'll boil meat on you. I mean, oh my God. So to come out and actually make good food, like Rick loved his food. We know that.
Rick was an outstanding, I'm going to call him a chef, not a cook. He was a chef. And one of the things that just blew me away is, I don't know if you guys know him or not, but Jim Hightower, Help at Home. He puts on a down-to-earth cooking show to where any of us can grab his recipes and go. And he converts it for us diabetics, because him and I, we talked back and forth and chatted back and forth. Rick made from scratch vanilla and sent him 2 bottles of homemade cooked vanilla so he could use it in his recipes for his show.
That's
you
not
want to
cheap.
talk about something that takes a long time to make.
And very expensive if you're just doing it from the
If you went
bean.
to buy it, you'd be talking $50, $100 a bottle for this stuff.
Jesus.
And he made it from scratch and sent it to him. And Jim would always sit there and go, oh. I go, the hell with the, I want to taste this.
Smell a screen.
I know it's stupid, but I make my own French vanilla syrup for my coffee.
What's stupid about that? You're saving hell a lot of money.
Well, there's the two ways to do it. You either boiling the beans, the vanilla beans, or using the straight pure vanilla extract.
Yeah.
I use the pure vanilla extract. You can't use imitation.
No.
You just can't, because that's more sugar than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Anyone who's still in the chat is going to send a file. Don't forget to put your location in.
Oh yeah.
My door is on fire. Thanks, Dan.
Somebody call 911.
It's just blending. It's blending right in there.
I thought it was just maybe a residual flashback kind of thing. I guess it must be happening.
What's on the door?
man?
What's on the door, Brian? That it's such a hot spot.
It's just where the spot, the light is reflecting off the glare. Yeah.
Thank you, Brian.
Oh yeah. That's totally light.
Yeah, there you go.
Mr. RC, I loved it. I cooked tonight. I made manwich.
He just didn't open the green screen far enough.
I haven't had manwich in like 20 years.
How do you handle a hungry man?
But did you toast the bun?
He said manwich is cooking. Just so you guys know, Bachelor Hood.
What's
Oh my god.
what am I missing there, Matt? About
What's
the video quality? Matt's getting some videos in the email at this point.
Okay,
He's
cool.
checking them.
Yeah. Don't forget to put the location.
I'm just going to put Karoi. Should I just put Queensland or my
You can do
town?
that. You could do that.
I just put Brisbane, Queensland. Well, I will be on mine.
Yeah, Queens.
I mean,
Okay,
let's
I'll
put
put
Melbourne.
Karoi.
Yeah,
So what,
Well,
are
if I
you-
want
when you say Brisbane, Queensland, does it mean you're sitting on the border?
Or on the Queen?
No, what? No.
Make your
Like, if
body
I want to
smile.
put my area, I would have to put Black Mountain, Queensland, Australia, like that. But you know what I mean?
Okay.
Whatever, mate. If you want to put that in there,
So probably Black Mountain, Australia would be enough.
We're just trying to do
Type in
the.
Black Mountain, it comes up Queensland. I mean, you know.
We're just trying to do the different spots around the world.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that they're labeled, just to put something down for your location, even if it's just Michigan. Even if it's
I'll
just
just put
Michigan,
Black
USA. I
Yeah.
mean, that would be enough.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just put Black Mountain, Australia. That's it.
Just so we can show all the different spots.
Yeah.
Because we've got the UK, You said you got one from the Netherlands, Matt?
Denmark. Yep.
Cool.
Nice. If
And-
we can hit everybody, yeah, that would be
Did
cool.
Henrik Olsen send you one?
Yeah, Heinrich.
Yeah, I thought he was going to send one. He sent me a note.
Yep.
Oh, where's this?
I heard somebody mention Jake Sloan. Did anybody contact him?
Yeah, me. Yeah,
Jake,
me, but I haven't.
Jake knows about it. I know he's going to work on it. He's
Okay.
out in the,
Yeah.
He put a video up if you follow his Facebook, and he goes, "Here's home for the next couple of days. It's this snow-covered area, and this cabin sitting up there, and nothing else."
He live streams on Wednesday nights. That's why I was wondering, because that'd be easy to contact him Wednesday night for details. So,
Can I
Take
just,
care, Dennis.
can I just ask a question? Right, Mr. JRC, I can use that file. That's no worries, mate. I've got to add the. Come on, where's that coming in?
That's John from RC Diversions.
Oh, John!
RC Fun Diversions, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's what he did.
He changed his channel.
Yeah, I got it now.
Yeah, he totally changed his channel. So make sure you link up because it's a new channel. It's not the same channel, so make sure you link up.
Okay, hang on. What?
I gotta change that now. Yeah.
Who changed the channel?
Yeah, me too.
RC Fun Diversions,
RC Fun Diversions, yeah.
is now Mr. with the period J.RC. Wait, it's on
Oh
screen.
yeah. Okay.
Where's he from?
Virginia.
Virginia. Okay. Do you, I've got to ask John. What do you know? What the name of the text is that you used on your video?
The font. The font.
Yeah, the
What-
font. Yeah.
What
Sorry.
font did you use?
Yeah, that's the one I want. Yeah, font. Yeah.
I know because
I
I've got a
him
couple of different fonts from other places. You know, everybody's trying to make these fancy fonts now.
Yeah.
He used
Is
to
he
have
keeping
about
his RC?
3,000 fonts downloaded to my computer when I was
Yeah.
doing graphics and shit like that. I download fucking font files all
Virginia.
day, dude. Yeah, crazy shit.
Okay.
Is the font a problem?
Is he keeping his RC diversion channel still, or what?
I think he just changed the
I'm
name.
not sure what he's doing with that. He just
I
said he
think he just
changed his
changed the
name and gave everybody his new channel. He really didn't say.
Well, he's live here. He's answering instantaneously. He says, "Give me 5 minutes, man."
Yeah, he's looking for the file and find the font.
It's the font. I can.
He
I
will
can
resend.
Is it a big font, Matt?
Well, he doesn't have to resend it, mate. No, it's not. It's like a cursive. You know, a nice
A script type.
Yeah.
Otherwise known as cursive.
Yeah. Script if your computer though.
Sans serif.
It
even.
never says cursive on any of my fonts. It says script. Just saying.
I'm just going to use
It
symbol.
doesn't,
on
does
mine.
it? It doesn't, Mike. You're right.
It never says
You're right.
cursive. It says script straight up.
Y'all crack me up, man. Y'all crack me up.
I got one called Blazed. Did you get that one?
Yeah, Mike got that.
It looks like fire coming off it.
Yeah.
I was going to say he got blazed, but
That's a
never
pain. You actually can't use that because it looks blurry on YouTube.
Back
Oh,
in
really?
like probably 2001, I was on virtual reality chat. It was Excite Chat. And we had little avatars that we'd put up in each of the chat rooms. We'd have like 16 people, and all you could have was an avatar and then chat, you know. But it was some things. But we used to edit those avatars. So we used to design them and paint pictures and use all the different fonts and shit. And I got into like a painting contest type thing back in that day where I was using Paint Shop Pro 7, I think it was, and painting the avatars and getting into contests and all kinds of crap back in the day.
Wow.
Right.
It was fun.
You know, I still have the original Macromedia DVDs.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah. It's Macromedia Studio.
Yep.
Who bought them out? Did Adobe buy them out?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Yep. It's ironic. I was just going through a bunch of old boxes from when we had our garage fire, and I had all this stuff packed away. I'm throwing up all these 3.5-inch disc files. I'm going, crushing them. And it's just like,
Oh my God,
I'm
floppies.
so bad, Steve. I never get rid of that stuff.
He saved his floppies, dude. He's
See Brian's name now, Maverick Air 2. Maverick Air 2.
Do you remember those floppies, the 5-inch ones that were in like the paper and the vinyl was inside it?
That's
5.5-inch floppy disk.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a second. Hey John, don't have to resend it, mate. I've just put a script in there and I've put Virginia in, so that's all sorted, mate. So you don't have to worry about that, man.
What a
all
guy,
good, brother.
Matt.
Matt, what was happening? By the way, was there something wrong with mixing or what?
With what, mate?
That you needed his font and everything.
Windows 3.1.
Oh,
Ryan.
Got it.
That's his DOS boot up disk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the original
Hey,
AOL
Brian,
disk.
You know what I ran across is, and you'll get a kick out of this, is remember Zip Disk when they came out with 100
I have a
meg
zip
disk?
disk.
Oh, that was the bomb.
Well, and then they had what was after the Zip? They had the Zip 100 and then the 250.
Yep.
When I worked at Disneyland, we were using those in order to put our programs across the whole fire alarm system because it was networked. And so we would take those disks. Well, little did I know, I have every single data file of every construction file of Disneyland
Holy
on
shit.
those drawings.
That's good.
That's crazy.
And no, I
Hey,
can't
wait.
sell them, and no, I can't give them away because I signed an NDR that I cannot get rid of them.
Hey, Matt.
But to
Matt,
tell you how
I
detailed it
interrupted
is,
you.
No, he just didn't put his location in, so I wanted to match his text and just overlay his and just drop it down into it. Now
He's just being professional.
Art.
No, I didn't know if there was a script he didn't want or a font he didn't want.
No,
he didn't want to know where he lives. No.
I've got one that matches anyway. What I'll do is just do a quick, where are we?
Yeah.
Here we go. So just share that up. If John's happy with that text there that I've got there, then that's fine.
Oh, that looks good.
Yeah, but you see, when they're scripted like that, they're harder to read, and you're only doing 10, 20 seconds of somebody's video. They don't get to read it.
I was going to say, nobody over 21 could read it either.
That's where good old
Matt's text seems brighter than John's text did, actually. It seemed more vibrant than John's text. John's was a little bit more hazed than Matt's text. Matt's actually a little bit bolder there at the bottom.
That's because he's got it highlighted.
That could be too.
We're watching crappy
God.
StreamYard too. It's 720p here, so
Yeah, I'm just saying. You look at the whiteness of it and whatnot. One seems a little bit off white. One seems bright white.
yeah, that outline does that when you use the black outline.
Right.
in 10 seconds they'll never
But it's
see
pretty
it.
close. I don't think it'll make a difference.
No, I don't think so. But Art's in Denver, Colorado. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Okay,
Art,
well-
for not putting that there.
I might.
He put up a video though.
So what is this we're doing?
These are for Rick. Matt's
This is
going to
Rick
piece
Halbur.
together a Rick Halbur video of all of us, from all of us.
Oh, you didn't know, Brian? You didn't see
No.
my post on Facebook?
Oh shit! Really?
I don't follow any of you guys.
I believe that.
You?
So yeah, we're doing a Rick Halbur video. It's a commemorative video. It's a conglomeration of around the world. Everybody's sending Matt a short little video clip doing a droney or something like that.
This guy does not follow you.
And Matt's gonna put it
Shame
on
and shame,
one
brother.
video for us.
Check my timeline, Brian. It has all the info there.
I'm trying to go.
Or Steve's. Steve put up a nice post about it too.
I'll put it in this description, Brian.
Matt, you haven't been kicked off Facebook again, have you?
No, he's on there.
Okay.
Look at Above and Beyond Drones, the group site, or look at mine on Facebook, and it'll give you everything you need.
That's right.
Just make sure to include a location.
That's because we're trying to
That seems
do
be the part everyone's missing.
an around the world type of thing.
Well, hell, y'all already got Texas with Chris Hope.
Yeah, but that's all right. You're
Yeah.
But
city.
hey, I can improve on that.
There you
There
go.
you go.
Here you go, Ariel. That'll do it. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, any drone meetup or something like that you want to do a droney of a bunch of guys commemorating Rick or anything like that. That
There
was
you
all
go.
stuff that we was talking about.
I just sent it to Brian on Messenger.
You know, Tim, that's what Ron Lockwood's going to do on Saturday. He's going to try to get the group together down there in Florida to do that.
That's nice, man. I can't wait to see that.
It'd be cool.
From that.
I wish I
Like
could be
to have met
going.
there.
I'm lucky. It's right by my house. I don't have to go far.
I
Send it
sent
on my
Brian.
phone. See, that way I can't get it to my computer. Good one.
Yeah.
The boss
Hey,
hit me
Jim.
up today and said we have work for tomorrow in a couple of days. So
Hey, Jim,
I
Drone
did
80,
pick Carlos up and jump into the car.
look at the chat. Drone 86, Drone 863 is asking, are you going to the meetup?
Yes, of course.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Excellent.
Okay.
Oh, man, that's more reason to want to go. Now, damn it.
Sunrise just said, I just told Jake Sloan he didn't know, but he will send one in. There you go.
Oh,
Hey, Matt, did you get my shared link from Dre?
Dre.
Thanks a lot, Sunrise, for that. Appreciate it.
thank you, Chris.
How you doing, Dre?
Oh, good, correct. Okay.
What's the deadline on this, Matt?
He's hoping for Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, with this rain, I'm hoping. Jesus.
Right? We've had nothing but cold and wind here.
It's crap here. It is
It like
really
turned back to winter on us. Like we had snow this morning when we woke up.
Well,
last weekend, 6 feet of snow up at for Sean Oz up there in Colorado.
Yeah, we didn't get nothing like they got down there in the Midwest, man. They got hit. Dude.
It goes
Minnesota, all that stuff. Yeah, we got missed.
I'm bringing all of them. So the Matrice will be there. The water drones will be there. The Inspire, the Phantom, all of those. Yes,
Oh
you
my
can.
gosh.
Yes,
Dude, I
you
might
can
just
fly
have
them.
to go to work tomorrow and tell the boss I'm gone. Take
Hey, you
off
know what?
early and drive to New York and jump in the car with Carlos.
It'll be.
There we
It
go.
would be cool if they had all the drones up at once to do a memorial, like a moment of silence. That would be awesome.
I've had like 3 days off already for a 5-day week. So, I mean, I'm like, what the hell now? I might as well just skip it and go down to Florida.
I wish I could. I'll tell you what, you're gonna have more people flying there than it was the day after spin up.
You don't know how tempted it
on
was
1
when
and
the
2.
boss asked me if I'd be available this week.
Hey,
I was
Matt.
like, nope. You
Matt,
gave me an
Dan.
option?
How are you, mate?
I'm doing a little better since I laid down for a bit. Hey, were you able to fix that horrible bleach out that was happening in my shot? I found my filters if you want me to reshoot it.
You tell me, brother.
DW, what's going on, brother?
Oh, that's not too.
That looks pretty good.
It's not too bad. Yeah,
That looks pretty good, man. Nice droney.
Little bit hazy.
It's not going to be that long in the video anyway.
True.
Might want to run a rag over that lens, mate.
Good evening, Dan.
Hey.
Is that in 1080?
Did you see that? He put his location in there.
No, that was shot in 4K at 30.
He put his location in.
No, that's good, mate. What drone was that, mate?
That's the Xeno, which I've been really working on trying to get the camera. I think is going through some weird firmware stuff right now. I tore it all apart and had a look at the camera, but I don't know, man. I think I installed a bad firmware package on it, and it's just not happy with the new setup. So I think I just need to go back and take a look at it again.
I got a little bit of blue and some bit of detail back in that sky there.
Yeah, like I said, I found my ND16 now. It was packed away in my bag from Colorado, so I was able to finally figure out where that was at. So if they want me to reshoot it, I can try again.
Dude, came out all right, mate. I just, I know you like saturated, but I did actually pull the saturation down a little bit.
I actually that saturation is built into that drone. I can't remove it. It doesn't want to come out. It's just weird how Hubson does their settings and the camera stuff, man.
It's
I do
like
like
using the GoPro, Dan. If you use the GoPro color, it's
Right.
oversaturated.
Yeah, it's always oversaturated, and I always forget that. So when I shoot, I'm like, man, there's no way to pull this out. So I just let it ride. I'm like, oh well, everything looks vibrantly green. We'll just go with it.
I'll show you something, mate. Here we go.
I still
Have a look at
like,
those scopes.
for the money, I still like that drone, Dan.
You know, if it would just cattywampus, not walk sideways when you push forward, I'd be a little happier. You can see it in this shot. I physically pull straight back and it goes sideways, and I have to calculate for that by rolling backwards. It's a real annoyance of this drone ever since it came out that they haven't been able to correct that at all.
Wow. I can't even color correct it.
That's what I'm saying. It's weird how blown out it is. You know what I'm saying? But when the ND16 filter's on there, it seems to do a lot better.
Put a dehaze on it, Matt. Let me see what it looks like with a dehaze.
I haven't got dehaze.
Oh.
On the although I'm going to actually announce something on my show on Friday. Something pretty freaking cool, man. Dennis Lovelady. I'll leave that one for that though. But
oh, gee whiz!
Oh, come on!
You can leave us hanging till Friday. What is
yeah,
this?
that's
The
right,
open
mate.
room free show? We're gonna sit there and go.
Mate, it's like the countdown to Christmas, mate. You won't be able to sleep.
I mean, I also have the Solo, but it only shoots 4 because I have the silver version of the Hero 4. It only shoots 4K at 15 frames per second, which is going to look a little laggy at high rate of speed. If I dropped it down to 2.7K at 30, it would look pretty freaking smooth. Drop it in linear mode, flatten the horizon, and then you can really tamper with the edit. But you guys are looking for 4K, so I just
No, 1080p is fine.
1080, mainly the frame rate, as long as it was 1080, because for clarity.
Right.
Because I just have had a look at a file which was pretty low, and it's not good. But the 30 frames was probably the most important thing there. Although in a 10-second clip, it is jerky because I've actually got a 24 in there. But it's okay.
My Solo could do that job way better, more efficiently, faster, and it would look a lot smoother. So if you're allowing 1080, I might reshoot it with the Solo.
Hey Matt, did you see Dre's comment? Did you receive his email?
Right.
Recovery
Okay.
one.
I just want to say something though. Dan loved it, mate. It's really good. Really do like that one. It's a nice sentiment, mate.
That was a while ago there.
Hey guys, I'm gonna have to get going. I'll see you probably on your show, Matt.
Good to see you, Tim.
All right, Tim.
See everybody later. Y'all take care now. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Don't take any.
We got 20 people watching still.
I know.
That's insane.
Oh, you can't.
Good night, Tim.
Nope, I haven't got Dre's.
It says it's a shared link. I don't have it.
Where'd you send it, Dre?
No, I don't have it.
Okay.
I sent you the 2 I had.
Danny boy, while they're looking, you want to share anything about Rick? Since you're a new one here on this night, we've all shared something about Rick.
I was actually in here earlier, my friend. This is my second.
Oh, I missed it then. I'm sorry.
Nah, it's all good, man. It's all good.
I was working late.
Yeah, DW's known Rick a long time.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, Steve knows we've had a
I
private
know.
chat. Yeah.
I've known Rick for many years.
Chris,
I just never got close to him, but I've known him for a long time.
It's really a shame because if you had a chance to,
I'm sure. I'm sure he was a great guy.
Like I said earlier, he is a gentle man, not a gentleman, a gentle man, and he has a loss of my heart is gone because of that man.
Yeah.
And when he shaved clean for that photo, that was the best laugh, and that made me so warm is to see that.
That's the pictures I remember the most seeing of Rick.
Yeah,
I
his
love
daughter's
that
wedding.
pictures. That
Is
wedding, yeah. It was
when
a
he
good time.
shaved clean, I called him, "Are you Uncle Fester's body double?"
Yeah.
And he started busting up laughing on the phone.
Did you get this one, Matt?
Which one, mate?
From Ray? This one starts out like this.
No.
All right,
Let's
let me-
go for 2
No, I
minutes.
think that was an actual tribute Ray did on
That's
his
a whole video,
channel.
dude. He did a
Exclusive.
tribute on his channel, so that's a whole video
Yeah.
for Rick.
He sent
That's
it to
not-
me in the email.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, that's not the one. That's not the one that I should be. That goes for nearly 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. There were some long tributes to him. There were some long
Yeah.
tributes.
There are, mate.
Good.
There are.
I've tried to watch every one of them this week, and yeah. Some
You know
of them
what?
are a little tough to watch.
Funny thing, where's my camera gone? Here we go. My audience retention went up to like 85%. There you go.
I'm glad my video reached a lot of people. I think it came out past 700 views, which was surprising, man. That was I didn't realize there were so many people that knew Rick or were interested and curious
Yeah.
after the fact, one or the other.
Community's big, dude.
You know,
We only see so many during the week and whatnot, watching and whatnot. But then when you see the big picture of how many followers you really have and the people that turn out for something like that, the turnout, he made a good impression on a lot of people.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
like I was saying, Mike, he would, like, even if I'm watching your stream while I'm doing something else, if I'm editing or something like that,
Mhm.
that's what Rick would do. He would watch all our streams instead of
Yeah,
TV.
always there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't.
Just type his name in YouTube, and all of a sudden it's just like you type anybody's name in there. But now it's like, wah, 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 wah. Man, it's stacked.
It's a Google shared link, Dre says. Oh, so it's off his drive.
I mean, if you guys pinpoint everything beyond Rick Halbur, that's why we created that hashtag Do It For Rick. If you guys do that, anything associated at all will all come into one spot.
And thank you, Dan, for putting that in. I started putting that out.
Do it
Yeah.
for Rick. Okay, yeah, that's right. You said that
Hashtag
when
Do
you
It
were-
For Rick.
That's right.
Anybody that clicks on that will see everything that was done for Do It For Rick.
Yeah.
If anybody posted the current video that we're trying to do for Rick in that hashtag for Rick.
You put that out a long time ago. I'm trying to find it in the chat.
It might be a spot that we need to post to add to video publication. Might reach out a little bit further.
Matt could link that in the video, put it as a hashtag.
Yeah,
Chris
and
is
if you're gonna post your videos individually, go ahead and toss that on there too.
Yeah, just hashtag Do It For Rick.
Right.
Rick.
I'm trying to find it in the chat, Dan, so I can put it back up.
Oh, I mean, anybody could just type it and it'll still show the hashtag. If somebody were to type it right now just in the chat, it would pop up.
But didn't you put that in our chat earlier?
I pop in everywhere any time anybody's talking now, and I always start off with hashtag Do It For Rick and then my regular comments.
And Tomas, you're right. I almost have subbed to almost 1,000 channels. I know Rick has got me beat by a long shot.
Yeah.
You're probably more like 2,000 channels.
Dude, YouTube has done this really strange thing, and I don't know if anybody else noticed it. I'm unsubscribed from all of you. Not by
Matt was
choice.
unsubscribed from me today.
Not by choice. Every single person that's commented on one of my videos, if I click on them, it shows them as unsubbed. I'm not subscribed to you anymore.
In 1 month, I was unsubscribed to you twice.
Yeah. Yeah, YouTube. I think what's happened is YouTube's really tired of creators supporting creators, and all they want is entertainers based on algorithm usage. So if they know that you're visiting a channel daily, then they'll keep you subscribed to them, right? But if you stop watching, then they automatically unsubscribe you.
And there's a period of time that if you don't post I think it's 15 months, they'll drop your channel.
Yeah. They're doing a lot of crazy stuff. However, they lied about the dislike button. That is still there. They were not being honest about that.
So I have a channel from, let me see if I can get to it without like changing my stuff.
You were
I have a
unsubscribed to
channel
your own
from
channel,
years
Mike.
ago.
You missed it. You were unsubscribed to your own channel.
Yeah. I have a channel from years ago that still shows subscribers, but it's only like 16 subscribers or some shit like that. But
yeah,
it's still active according to YouTube. People can still go and view the videos. It's from 9 years ago.
Wow.
They won't.
And I
believe
don't
it.
use it. I'm never on it.
That's
pulled it up
amazing
and pulled up
because
my videos and sent a link or something, but I've never used the channel to like communicate any otherwise, and it's still there.
they keep sending me emails that say, if you don't use your channel within 15 months, we'll drop it.
So I think
I've
what they mean
never
by
received
drop
that.
it is kill all the
Algorithm.
help going to the algorithm.
Now I have videos on that channel as well. That could make a difference too, because that still adds to their algorithm versus, even though it's old videos, it's still content versus somebody that just signs in, uses it as a subscriber, but never does anything with their channel, no activity or this or that. That might be different too.
Well, if you look at somebody like Flying Ryan, who quit doing YouTube 3 years ago, and I'm sure a lot of you remember Flying Ryan.
Right.
He stopped doing YouTube like 3.5 years ago now. Just quit. Just up one day. He's like, that's it. I'm done. I'm not making any more content. His channel was growing really good, and then it just stopped and went completely stagnant. You see what I'm saying?
Don't you have like 200,000 or something?
Yeah, but he was at like 192 when he quit, and then he cleared 200, and then he just stopped. Like it just died, And I think a lot of that is the products that he was reviewing just kind of phased out. And when YouTube detected that the algorithm wasn't really there anymore for the channel, it just stopped giving support to it.
Because he was doing so many reviews.
Right.
So it changed his algorithms.
Well, we have a
I haven't done anything to my
for our nonprofit. We have for our Buddhist Association. We haven't posted anything in 5 years, and it's still there, it's still going on, and we've never received anything saying it's cut off. It's the semi-active or the active ones that they're going through in the algorithm because they're not making the money off from it.
But that's my point. So if you're talking about something, you make a video that's still being watched a lot, then they're going to continue supporting it. But if that just starts to drop off all of a sudden, they're like, okay, this is done. We're not going to support it. We can use that processing power in other places for these other algorithms that are gaining interest, that are still going.
YouTube wants some money.
Right.
Are you guys also getting the Google security alerts? It told me when I sign into a website, it tells me that there's 143 websites I need to go and visit and change my password because somebody, they don't tell you which company got hacked, and now they have all your and
you know what that is, Jim? It's Google got hit, and what that is the Google protected passwords on your browser were vulnerable.
It's the passwords you have not changed since they were hit.
Right.
So therefore, they have an active thing going saying, you probably need to change your password as a safety precaution because we don't know that we can secure your shit.
They got hit.
Yeah, we don't know that we can secure your stuff anymore, so that you need to change those passwords since then.
They are telling me to change
it's doing the same thing to me, but I just kind of skip it past. But yeah, it's because your passwords, you save some passwords into your Google account, so that makes them vulnerable to where they got hit. So they're basically giving you that message as a precautionary to save their ass.
I was going to say, that sounds like a CYA.
Yeah. It's just covering themselves to saying, change your password, make sure you're covered.
we alerted you that our system doesn't work.
Exactly.
Yeah, we've been hacked, and we're just letting you know.
We're just letting you know that we're able to be cyber
we've
attacked
been
at any point in time. So feel safe on our platform. Thank you.
Yeah, because they don't tell you which channel got hacked.
No, if you click on the little link, it takes you to your whole password list, the
Right.
entire list, and every password on there that hasn't been changed, they want you to go through and change. Google's like,
That's
yeah, exactly.
that's what I'm
No,
saying.
I
It's
haven't
another-
visited these sites in years, dude. What are you talking about?
That's where you go to the individual site and yourself, and you
Yep.
log in, and you
Each
change the
individual
password.
one, right?
Because
Yeah,
what
but
they're
it's like
doing is
Mike's saying.
no, but the spammers are also taking that same link and doing it and sending it out. So
Yep.
you don't know if it's Google or if it's a spam.
Oh, I got a funny one the other day. I received an email that my MySpace account had been hacked. I'm like, MySpace doesn't even exist anymore.
Oh, yes, it does.
No, MySpace
No.
is still up.
It's still up.
No way.
Yeah, MySpace
dude.
is Ronnie boy.
I checked mine about 12 months ago, Dan, and yes, this is still the same old shit on there, which is bugger all. Hey, Ron.
Oh, what the heck?
More
I did
horizontal.
open it again. It was closed for a while.
I don't know. Hey, John, Mr. JR, thank you very much, mate. That's in now, mate. Your edited one, so thank you for that.
I don't even remember my ID, much less the password for MySpace.
Mine's been the same the whole way through. Sexy
I
dude.
just don't know. I bet I can figure it out if I tried enough. I don't know.
You go in there,
App
forgot
not set up.
password, forgot
This-
ID. Who the hell am I?
Oh, interesting. I was right. It was closed down. It says this app is still in development mode and you do not have access to switch registered text or use an ask app admin for permission. So interesting. It
Like a
was
beta
down for a
version,
while
you
and then they
gotta get
reopened.
You got to get permission for it.
Yeah, that's weird. Huh. I don't remember what I signed in as. Let's try this.
Okay, Matt, got it.
That's where I'm at. I don't even remember what I thought I had an ID.
Invalid email or password.
So you
That's so
grounded,
long
Brian?
ago.
What's that?
Are you grounded?
Oh no, no. I'm just tucked in.
Aw,
He's cozy for the
weird.
night. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We were sending rain your way, I know.
Yeah, I know. It's already
You're
here.
welcome.
It could
You're
be worse.
welcome.
It could be that snow.
What
Well,
if
it turns
tastes
into
sensitive?
snow in a way. If we send him rain, it turns into
Right.
snow. He doesn't have a choice.
We got skipped. We got like a dusting over here. That was it. I was like, oh yeah, I like that. And our Michigan lakes kind of pushed everything off for us.
You bastards.
I
Yeah,
know.
my
Poor Sean Ops. They got nailed.
My password doesn't work, Dan.
Yeah, mine doesn't either, and it used
Hey,
to
Matt.
be. There. I wonder what the heck.
So
Matt, let me know if that format is what you're looking for, because I just did that one on the fly.
I want to see my dirt old pictures that I have on there from like
Where'd you send
2007.
that?
Dude,
Where'd you send it to, Brian?
Your email.
that's like looking up foobar.com. Like, you know what I mean? I don't even. Does anybody remember that foobar.com?
I was like
It was like
16
an
when I
active live bar type scene or something they were
Bro.
supposed to be or whatever.
Feeling that's a tiny,
I was
tiny
like
file.
16 when I created
Yeah,
my
dude.
MySpace. I think I used it for like a year and a half.
That's in 60 frames a second. All right, 60 frames.
Oh, Drone863, you should unsubscribe Drone U. They're crazy and have no idea what they're talking about 90% of the time. You're not doing yourself a favor by being subscribed to Paul and his retard friend.
Said a lot of channels except Drone U.
Oh, yeah, good for you.
Good call.
Oh, yeah, I
Good
guess
call.
I should have finished reading that, huh?
You know, Dan, those guys milk people at $47
I know.
a month or something?
I know. Dude, I got a call from an investor who wants to buy Drone U, and they asked me to remove my video about Paul and them. I was like, no, I don't think I'm going to do that. They
We
deserve
want
it.
to buy it, but you're giving us bad rates, man. We can't
Sorry.
buy it.
What can we do to get you to take your video down? Nothing? Get rid of Paul and his friend? And hey,
$1
maybe
million
I'll pay for it.
get me to flinch at it.
Did they take that apology video down, Dan?
Yeah, like the day after.
They
It
had
wasn't
to
even
do an apology video to all of us.
Well, because me and Dobo hit them so hard, they didn't know what to do. They lost so much clientele in 36 hours that they called Dobo back and was like, look, man, I'm really sorry. My boss is telling us we have to like do something about this. I'm like, well, you guys should have thought about that before you decided to have a hack at the whole drone community.
Just need your location, Brian.
It's in the title.
Hate when that happens.
Yeah, no, the title.
It's got to be in the video.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Yeah, well, I can't
Okay,
see.
because I can do that. Like I said, I didn't know for sure what you wanted.
Yeah, mate. Yeah. You know,
Yeah, I'm doing a Matt tomorrow.
That's right. Matt's only looking for people that can edit video. You got to be able to put some text on the screen.
Yeah.
I haven't got one from Adrian yet.
Oh shit!
What the hell?
Schooling.
What the hell is that?
An email I got yesterday or 2 days ago.
Oh, Drones 863. I won't request any money. I'll just tell them where my fundraiser account is. If they'd like to add some money to it, then maybe I'll make a decision. I won't request anything.
Oh, HBO, dude. You're in there, dude. HBO. I mean, that's big time right there, man. You got your 107 BMAC?
I didn't when I shot this.
Oh, damn it.
Doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
no, I've already come to terms with that. I'm
As
not
long as
worried.
you have 107 when you sign.
No, that was a year before I got 107.
I'm still studying for mine. I'm at like number 6 lesson. That's when we get some of the
Hey, Dan.
Max and all that.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you some shit.
I need it.
Yeah. With your current health situation, did I just see what I thought I just saw?
It's a near beer. Oh, a vape.
I've got one of those.
It's no better. Matter of fact, it's worse. I'm just giving you shit.
It's not proven though. The thing is vape isn't proven yet. They don't have enough studies on it. It's kind of like marijuana.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go back on it to prove it good or bad.
And it's what
That's
the
what the
people
government tells you.
the people that were mixing their own juice too.
Yeah.
Hey, if I buy some mead, Jim, if I buy some legitimate mead, would you partake, sir?
Yeah.
Excellent.
This is what Dan has. And they're not cheap either.
No, I love my Enjoy.
The little they come with 2 little pods in them. Of course, it's electric. Warning: what?
Jesus, nitrogen.
This product contains nicotine. I tried that and I couldn't do it. So I just went for a longer filter. These are 60% filter on these damn.
Oh. Well, good. Then you can bring me the ones that you have and give those to me so I don't have to buy my next 2. Thanks, bro.
I thought that was harsh. That damn vape.
Yeah, I vaped for a lot of years. I started in 2013. And,
Dude, I used to build my own mods for a little while. I was like getting crazy, like coiling up some wires and stuff. And
I got tired of all that too because those things.
I was like, wow, dude.
Yeah,
Like
but
a
see,
scientist
Mike, the problem is those things would quit working at the worst time, and then you don't have parts to replace it, and then you're down with this. It's like, dude, I just buy 2 more and then it just recharge it, and I'm gone.
I think it was $10.
I buy my coils.
No, actually, my Enjoy stick was 99 cents through 7-Eleven. If you're part of the rewards program, the pods are $11.99.
Well, Matt, I'm doing a Northeast Drone Production move tomorrow. Driving 3.5 hours home and then driving another hour after I get my drone to go do a drone shoot.
There you go.
The joys of South Dakota. Is it a straight run? Can you tie a rope on the steering wheel?
Except for 2 turns.
I think
Otherwise
Ron
it is.
needs a Tesla. You get more rust.
Yeah.
The roads he's driving, it's just like straight line kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Tesla can handle that. He get a lot more rust.
Yeah. It's 205 miles.
Dude, that's going to be a bloody-tastic shot.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, all of you coming to Florida that don't live here already, make sure that you understand it's going to be hot. We entered spring; it's getting hot now. So
Yeah.
bring an electric fan that's rechargeable because you're going to want it.
So
when you
it
get
was
out there in the sun.
383 for a round trip ticket leaving Thursday. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking about driving over tomorrow night.
And Jim,
leaving tomorrow night and hitting Carlos and just riding down with Carlos.
do it, man.
Carlos
Dude,
is
I'm
flying.
so tempted, man.
Carlos is flying, I think.
No, I
Dobo's
think Carlos is driving.
Dobo's
really?
going to be there. Billy Kyle's going to be there, bro. You
Dude,
just
there's
show
going
how
to be
you
some
fly.
great people there. Great people there.
Well, I'm not besides that. I meant FPV, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, on both sides, there's going to be great
But
people.
Billy, I'm excited to see Billy. Apparently, he's been trying to
Mitch
fly
is
manual.
talking about going off and hanging off and doing some like whole drone days and FPV and all that. And dude, I got like at least 10 quads up and running. If I
That's what
drive
I'm
down
saying.
with Carlos, I can take everything. I don't know.
That's
Pack your four
Dude,
favorites.
I've had
bring
3
them.
days off this fucking week already.
Well, I'm only going for 3 days.
I'm like,
so
I get to go to work for Thursday and Wednesday and Thursday and call it a check. What? I might as well just cancel the check and call it a day.
Take 192 down here. Don't take 520. Drones 863. Take
So-
192 right down.
So, Joe, it's 2.5 hours for me, which isn't too bad.
That's a pain in the
It's like a
ass
day
to
and a
you
half.
because you can't go straight across Florida where I am. You have to go either up an hour or down an hour to State Road 60 in Vero Beach or 520, 528, and then go around and down to Tampa. It's a pain in the ass.
I'm just setting cruise control and rocking out.
Are you bringing
It's going to be a good time down there, man.
You bringing the Vespa, Dan?
So I'm working on that, man. I don't know if it's going to be ready in time. I've got a lot of mid throttle range breakup happening on it. I think something we installed isn't happy. I've been trying to track down what the issue is for about 3 weeks now.
They've got a mid throttle.
Is it the coil?
No, I
You don't
replaced
have-
the coil.
No,
I
I
also
know.
did
Some beat up motors.
I also did a no rev limiter.
Probably beat up
CPI.
motors.
I'm thinking that one of the valves isn't closing all the way, which is causing a little off. Obviously, we're losing a little compression on the off strokes, so I think it's causing some mid throttle breakup.
Oh, that's nice. Drone 863. That's awesome.
Oh, cool.
But I might bring my kayak. I see there's water.
Yeah,
oh,
dude.
plenty of that. Plenty of that.
That's such a cool. Have you seen the video that Dan put with his kayak down at the crocodile infested? Oh, it's not crocodile, they're alligators, aren't they?
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw my comment, but I said don't go that close to a croc in Australia.
Oh yeah, well, I mean they're pretty ballsy here too, bro. If you like, it's rare that you get one that sizes you up. That was a strange day. Brian, the guy I was with, had never been out there, so he was a little freaked out.
Your Crocs are a lot more aggressive, aren't they, Matt?
Sorry,
Yeah.
Steve.
They are, yeah. The saltwater
problem.
crocs. They don't have to be hungry. They're just going to go piss off and they'll chew you up and spit you out.
I had to walk away. Linda got her second vaccination with Moderna. She has been home she took off work today. She's been chills, fever, itching, everything for that second vaccination. So I told her about Ron. I go, nope, I'm not getting the vaccine whatsoever.
No.
And I'm the one that should be taking it.
Well, you're out. Yeah, you're out and about more. She's in an office, right?
No, she's only missed probably 2 weeks of work the whole entire time this is on. She's been to work every single day.
No. I mean, she's in an office environment, and you're
Yeah.
outside, right?
Yeah, she's wearing a mask, but I'm over 65. I'm
Yeah.
type 1 diabetic, so I fall in that You better take care of yourself. And I say, no, I'm not. I'm going to let my healthy body do it, and I'm going to do it on my terms.
Let me ask a question. Should we end a YouTube stream now? Because and keep chatting, or
you have 17 people still watching?
I don't think it matters. Let it ride.
If you're going to keep chatting, just keep it going, mate.
So what you guys don't see, Matt, is that in Florida we have open carry. Whenever you're hunting or fishing, you're allowed to open carry. So this guy always goes with me when I go out there because you never know.
And they encourage you to shoot feral hogs here.
Hey, really? Dan, what was that?
That is a 357 Smith & Wesson Highway Patrol.
Okay, because I got a 44.
I was just going to say that. 6
That's
inch.
a cannon, bro. Very loud. It's got Magnum rounds in it.
What if I should bring a rifle? A rifle with me.
I'm going to bring my one word, Ron, that sorts everyone out over there.
I got 3 initials for you. In America, it's NRA.
I've got a word over here that's the same as a Magnum. Apparently.
Condom.
No. Remember that video I sent you? I sent you that video about the bloke coming up. I can't wait to get over to Australia and bring all my guns. Yeah, remember that?
Yep.
And the bloke in Australia, I won't say it, but the bloke in Australia goes, "No, we don't need guns over here. We use this word, Burke." And he goes, "Give it a go." So he did, and the bloke that he yelled it out to fell over dead. Starts with a C, boys. But anyway, there you go.
Can't understand normal thinking. See you next Tuesday.
Yeah, that's the one.
We got Steve trying to pull a Ron right now.
What is that?
I said we got Steve trying to pull a Ron right now. White headphones, hat, leaning back.
Oh, the NRA, 150 years strong.
Actually, I was just going to say,
I've just got my belt buckle. That's all.
It's going to be interesting because what's his name? Don Joyce is getting the shot this week, and he's an asthmatic. So it'll be interesting what'll happen there because he's been waiting for that vaccine.
You know, and did you hear about the Moderna now? They're talking about people ending up with blood clot problems.
Yeah.
No, that was AstraZeneca. That's in Europe.
But they're doing it. They did a test on they did the AstraZeneca, but Moderna is doing the same thing, and they're coming up and they're finding out how many people have had it too. Both of them.
See, that's the thing, Brian. We get a lot of stuff hidden from us because Matt was telling me a long time ago there was babies dying in Greenland.
Yep.
Couldn't find it anywhere on our news.
Yep, it was that it was killing people. And a funny thing, right? They bring it here into Australia, and the health minister, you know, like they do, typical politicians, things are kissing the baby. I'll lead by example. 2 days later, he's in hospital with a bacterial infection. And he's still there now.
Is he still there?
Yeah.
My aunt got the vaccine, and 3 days later, okay, mind you, she's 96 years old. She was healthy up until this point, 100% healthy, living in a private home. She got her first vaccine. 3 days later, she passed away.
Holy shit.
She was thin, but she had dementia. She'd had it for now close to probably, I want to say 13 years, 14 years. She didn't know her children, but she was healthy. She could walk across assisted. She'd sit down at the table, eat, honest to God, and I want to say it, God love her, like a horse. I mean, she would just eat and go. Why would you give somebody a vaccine at 96 years of age in a private home?
I'll tell you why. It's an experiment. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can hear the right thinking politician. Well, if it just gives her just 3 more days.
Yeah.
You know, just 3 more days. Even it's worth it. Yeah.
The only thing that I find disgusting is the people who normally pass away from pneumonia in a nursing home, or because they simply haven't moved in a year's time, they're all calling COVID now. So it's just it's like a moneymaker.
Well, yeah. I mean, the hospitals are getting all that money from Uncle Sam.
Yeah.
34 grand.
It's just disgusting.
34 grand if you're positive, and if you went in to be tested, about 6.9 to 7 grand.
We've had 2 cases of the common cold here in my house. She actually refused to go to the doctor because they would have called it COVID. She didn't want that.
Well, even the CDC up to 1 month ago was only 23 cases of the flu during flu season.
23?
In the United States. 23, the whole entire nation.
Come on, man.
I haven't transported a COVID patient in 2 months.
Why pad the numbers?
It's money. It's all money.
Hey, Ron, you said that without moving your lips. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, nice stuff. Nice stuff, Brian. Thanks, mate.
Oh, that was fast. You got it that fast?
Dude.
What'd you do, re-render it, Brian?
I color graded it, sped it up, reframed it, titled it, done.
Yeah, I noticed you color graded it.
Twice. So y'all just talk amongst yourselves. I'm busy over here. So let me see how that works on DaVinci. Hang on, let me open it up. It should take me 10 minutes to open DaVinci. Hang on, guys.
You know what they did?
Wait. There you go, guys. I got the dongle.
Oi, here we go.
Good man.
I guess I'm the outsider. I'm used Final Cut.
And Adorama.
But I got this for free.
Speed editor.
Oh, you got the same gizmo as Jim.
Yeah.
All right, Jim. Well, you'll have to work your magic, buddy.
For lifetime?
When I get down there, show me why is it, Ron, you need to buy DaVinci.
Adorama sent me the dongle for 17. So I have the dongle for 17 and the dongle for 16.
Mine is a dongle for 16, and when I got a hold of B&H, they said, if it doesn't work and you have a problem, contact us. But Black Magic is so far behind because of this promotion and with COVID, because so many people are just buying all their products. They have grown by 1,000% since last year.
Oh, yeah.
You won't sleep for the next 2 weeks. Let's see what Tomas wrote.
I know every tutorial by heart there, Tomas. You're right.
Yeah, but you know what? I got those bottles of the Jameson that I told you I got. So, Tomas, that'll save me. Tomas is the only Irish person
He's got them back to 400.
Tomas is the only Irishman I know that doesn't like Irish whiskey and does not like Guinness.
Guinness, exactly. He go, bleh. Every time I send him a picture on Messenger of Guinness, he just spends a sick one. Bleh.
I know.
Cyberlink power.
And that's why I put it in all the time on your show, Matt, when he's there. And that's why I was going, Guinness.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Guinness either, man. I can't do
Cyberlink
it.
Power Director is the easiest to use.
Good stuff.
Gotta have the
It's
fizz,
only
man.
1,500 pages.
It's weird without the carbonation.
What's the problem? 1,500 pages.
Hey, Matt.
the pages is the number of pages that Jim had to
No,
read
it isn't.
for the
It's
tutorial
right
on
there.
Adobe.
It's a chip right there. It's not 1,500 pages. It's one chip.
What?
Yeah.
Is that the manual?
That's the manual, the software, and the dongle.
And if it's 1,500 pages, you're missing half of it.
Yeah, right?
No,
It's 3,000 page manual, and the 17 update is, I won't tell you how many additional pages. There's 300 changes.
That's why I have Jim's number on direct dial when
Steve,
when I install this.
Steve, you've got that. Here's Thomas being silly again.
I'm with you, Thomas.
Hey, Steve, you've got DaVinci already?
I just received it.
Okay. So you don't have to uninstall anything. You just got to install it.
See, man, I was going to render mine in 2.7 at 30 frames per second in Adobe just to cause you problems.
Well, that's why I'm going with 16. I'm going with 16K video and put this in at 400 frames a second and see what he can do.
I'll slow it down, mate. That's going to be great slow-mo.
Just gonna send it.
Oh yeah.
Hey, me. yeah. I'm just gonna leave now. I'm gonna drive over to Florida. And,
we are laughing about this, and God love him. Rick would be laughing his ass off right now during this conversation. He would be on the
all
floor
funniness aside,
rolling.
though, we appreciate what you're doing, bro.
oh, mate. Mate. No
Hey,
thanks,
Matt.
I
Nate.
don't know.
Hey,
Thanks
Matt.
is needed, man, but we do thank you just the same.
Yeah. Hey, Matt.
Yeah, mate.
If I put that in my Dropbox and just give you access, will that work?
Sure does. That's what everyone's doing, brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I was not the normalty. I sent you Google Drive.
Yeah.
I was just going to send it through his email, but.
Well, you know what? You might have some trouble with Dropbox because it's only 2 gig. I'm not too sure how big the file is. Google Drive, you get a lot more, don't you, Dan?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you do.
Yep. 25 on an email.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Steve, I need to send you a link to my Google Drive because I sent Matt a link. I bought a package of
Yeah, you mentioned
add-ons.
that earlier. Yeah. What I've used a file system that's been around for decades. Actually, it's called SugarSync, and it allows me to do what Google Drive and more did back that long ago. I could sit there and type on one computer in a file and just save it, start up my next computer, go on my next computer, boom, it's there.
SugarSync?
It's called SugarSync. It's not cheap. It's like $300 and some odd a year for a terabyte. But what it allows you to is 10 computers can be all interlinked with everything.
Oh, I get it.
See, that was the biggest thing when I first started getting into like doing reviews and something. I had somebody else doing like some video editing for me. So I was like trying to take videos of a drone video, you know, and fly around. And I'd send it to them and they'd like edit it and throw some music in and send it back. The hardest part was the file sending as to how much you could send and where. That was like the worst thing ever. It's like if you had any good quality, I couldn't imagine because I was doing it with like 720 like FPV like toy drones and stuff. So I couldn't imagine trying to send some 4K video over and get somebody to render it. These people are like,
how much space do you get with Google Drive?
15 gigs to start off.
Yeah,
I've never used it.
That's all I use, and it's not just that. It's super easy to create multiple accounts, so you can double up on the space without having to purchase.
I'll have to look into it. I've never used it.
That's all I use.
$20 a year gets you 100 gig.
I just create 4 accounts and get half of it.
I've already blown.
Now you tell me.
We passed my 15 gig.
I bought the 100 gig package too, Brian.
That's what.
right,
Anytime
DW,
you
it's all
create,
more work for somebody else.
anytime you create another
Pull all that
YouTube,
shit together. That is.
anytime you create another YouTube account, you get 15 more gigs for free.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so I have multiple troll accounts that I use.
I got like 3 of them now. He tells.
So let me ask a quick question. Since I got a notice, what happened was I got a notice from Google that my space had filled up.
On one of them, yeah.
Somehow it's taken all the pictures I take in my camera, a phone, and uploading shit.
Well, yeah, you got to turn that off
Upload
on
from
your.
your phone.
You got to turn that off on your phone.
How do I turn that off?
So you need to go into settings on your phone and go to Google, and then it'll offer all the Google settings on your phone for your app.
Google Pixel automatically sets up your Dropbox and sends it over to Google Dropbox type thing or whatever, unless you shut it off in your settings.
I've got the Samsung, and I never told it to send anything anywhere.
Not only that, It's also more in
Google
depth
set
than
up.
that. It attaches your Gmail space to it as well. So if you just allow all this spam clutter in your email
Mhm.
to keep coming through, it'll just keep cluttering up your. And they
Each
do that.
Gmail account.
They do that.
Gmail
Yeah, they
account.
do that intentionally so that it uses up space. All of a sudden, you're like, oh, how did I run out of space? Oh, I
Right,
guess I need to
right.
buy more. So you just go through and star all the ones that you want to keep. As moving forward, if you want to keep the email, just star it, and then it'll put it in the star box, and then you can just clear your entire email, like of all your everything, all in one go, except for the star. So if you think it's important, just star it, and then you can delete all the rest of the crap that just gets filtered in.
Gmail is actually more a pain in the ass than Microsoft's Hotmail, because with Gmail you can't go back when that page fills up. You can only go back to like what 50 emails. You can't go back and see the emails that are down below it unless you delete some in the front.
No,
I don't have that problem.
That's
Dude,
like
I got
when you get a new
7,000
phone
on
too.
mine.
I was gonna say I can go through all of them.
So
all right, let
when
me
you get
show
a new phone and you relog in your Gmail accounts, each time you get a new phone, each email account asks you for that permission for Google Pixel or whatever it is. And if you don't deny that, it sends all those pictures. So all your
It'll
phone
just keep
data
uploading them until
goes
it's full.
straight up to those
Yep.
Gmail accounts as well.
When I get email, look, it stops here. I don't know how many that is. I
Okay.
can't see below
No.
that.
Okay, so you need to adjust your page settings. You need to say, "Show me more," or instead of just "show me up to this certain amount." There's settings that you can adjust in there that allow you to see all. You see what I'm saying?
What's it set at 100 or something?
I have no idea what it's
Set at
set. It's
100.
probably 30
You get
or 50.
867 there.
There's
Right.
867 emails there, and 50% of them are junk.
Right.
Right. That's why I use Live.
So anytime you see junk ones that continue coming in all the time, just hit it as spam. It'll go to the spam folder, and then you can just delete all the spam in one go.
Mm-hmm.
There's just a little system you need to create for yourself.
Well, when I got that iPad Mini 4, I never set up the iCloud. That's Apple. Nothing I do is Apple.
It tries to do it automatic though.
Right.
It
A lot
did.
of the
It
programs.
filled up. I get emails all the time. Your
Yeah.
Apple iCloud is filled.
That's because you
Google
only got
wants
5
you to
gigs
spend
there.
money.
But
Yeah,
I
Google
only use
promotes.
Apple for the drone.
What are you using it for?
I use it for a drone screen since 2017.
I don't use any DJI, so I'm good.
Are you sure if you looked in your photos, you don't have some sort of a drone video there backing up to it? I'll bet you do.
There's got to
Look on
be
your-
something back on
Look
the
on your
iCloud
photos
is
on your
full.
iPad. I bet you they're there.
In your Google Photos?
It's like
Mine-
saving the catch.
Mine is Brian. I just looked. I said, "You need to clear your box." And I thought, "What the hell's in my box?" And there's a shitload of drone stuff in there.
Yeah.
And I haven't done it.
Right.
So yeah. So there
But you didn't put them there either.
It's your video apps, your drone apps that are automatically putting them there.
Right. It's little tactics
Because
that
they've
they all
got
work
the
with
connections to
different
those
ways to spend
apps.
money.
Well, I think I'm going to drop out and go look into my Google Drive and set that up so I
Yeah,
don't have to
dude.
do that
We'll
tomorrow.
clean that shit out tonight.
My iCloud
Yeah.
is filled. My iCloud
Or
is
you get in
filled.
trouble.
Yeah, that's good. I'm going to drop out too because I've actually got an audition coming over today. So
Oh,
I've got to get my stuff ready.
a new drone porno?
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Ain't the same girl that.
Whooping and wand.
Say
Yeah.
a proper good night because we're going to end the stream. People don't want this thing to be too long.
Yeah.
Hey guys, have a good night.
All right. Take care, everyone. Catch us later, eh?
See you, Matt.
Yeah.
I'm waiting.
Jim, thank you. Dan, see you this weekend.
Later, Ron.
Yeah, man.
I'm out of here.
All right, guys. See you all later.
Bye.
Take care, Ron.
All right. Good night.